What's how's it going? It's gonna be an interesting one. So I had this idea just now, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stream this. And by the way, disclaimer: I will not be pushing fake news. This is an experiment. We're gonna see if this is feasible, and hopefully it's educational. So, because I have a feeling fake news companies are gonna start, if they're not already, popping up. And what I mean is, it's actually not going to be fake news. Uh, well, it'll be fake news, but I want to find topics like that are currently being reported on in different news companies. Find like some common topics, and actually, we could probably just use Google Trends. I'm realizing we don't have to get too fancy, but and then I want to sort of teach prompt tune the Llama 2 to, which I've been using Llama 2 so much because it's just so powerful. And we're going to use that to generate some news and make a whole news deck. Just as another disclaimer, I have worked at like news companies before, some pretty big ones, and I'm not really using. I guess I naturally would use maybe some knowledge, but I'm not like doing any of that here. I'm just this is all we're creatively working through problems here. I think this is hilarious because I think it's just such an obvious thing. Like you see all this generative AI, and you're like, obviously, like they would generate who's they, right? But by the way, some background about myself, just so I'm not, just some jabroni. Well, I guess I am, but I'm a software engineer of about, I guess, full time about 8 9 years now. Started doing internships in high school. Started full time around like 18. Worked at a lot of companies in tech startups. Built my own thing. Working on my own startup right now. Yeah, uh, having a lot of fun. You know, check out my GitHub, and I'll post. I post all these projects typically on GitHub. So if you're interested in this code base, hopefully we can make something that'll be good. And yeah, if you, in general, just if you're new to the stream in general, this is only if you're 10x. So if you're not, yeah, you can go. Yeah, this isn't for you. Just just kidding. Just kidding. Oh, I totally forgot that. Did I not post this in the my bad. Also, the Discord, join the Discord. If you're really 10x, join the Discord. If you're not 10x, don't join the Discord, obviously. So what we're gonna do is how we're gonna do it. So one, we're gonna use Python, and that's gonna be where all of our generative pipelines are, where we actually generate. We get our. This is gonna be our newsroom. It's gonna be our newsroom. Is all everything. Where I'm actually right for now. I'm gonna set up a server in Colab, which I've been doing a lot on these streams, and we're gonna be interacting with. And I'll move some code from the last stream where we made a heaven banning bot. That one's funny. It heaven bans people on Twitter. That one's funny. Uh, so yeah, so this is gonna be kind of a new thing. Well, we're gonna use some concepts from a lot of streams, but I'm also gonna try to generate the code base with the React Engineer AI we made a couple weeks ago, and see if that actually works. Because I want to generate the actual code base as well. I don't feel like coding. I'm not gonna code. I'm 10x. I don't code. If you like, if you're a 10x, you don't code. You tell people to code. You wait for them to finish. It's like only a 9xer actually still codes in 2023. Are you dumb? All right, let's get started. So, I mean, honestly, this is a this is gonna. I think this is gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Let's start. So we're gonna have like a fake news. company class. And this is gonna be and like the way this gets initialized is gonna I've been writing too much JavaScript, but the way this gets initialized is gonna be pretty cool, pretty simple, pretty simple. We're gonna have like so I see this as you say the like leaning, the political leaning. We're getting political today. You pass that here, and we're gonna like dynamically utilize our LLM. Actually, let's get before we do all this, let's get our LLM agent. We're gonna be copying a ton of stuff from here. This is a little thing to get UTF encoding stuff right here. And this is a little I just use this on all my collabs. Just if you use collab a lot, this right here is cool because you get to restart the process without restarting the whole disk and like the whole like getting a new computer. We don't need this. I don't know why I took that. And all right, so we need transformers because we're gonna load this up in transformers. We need transformers is Hugging Face's API. You already know. If you've been following, you already know. If you haven't been following, then you should follow. What do you do? That OS kill restarts. Yeah, the OS kill. Luke, this this will make it so you don't have to keep re-uploading stuff to your collab. So this kills the process ID, and they automatically have some. That's what the 9 signal is doing, but they already have something to trigger an automatic restart of the process. So you'll be able to clear. And I use this because I need to clear out the GPU because it's very hard to naturally in a Python environment to naturally execute commands to clear RAM, GPU memory. I mean, and so this is a way of doing that. It's pretty cool. It's just that you don't have the runtime anymore, so you have to still run your code again. But it's just you don't have to like if you have like a data set of a gig, you don't have to like re-upload that. So what else are we taking? We're gonna take our whole. We don't know one Selenium. Yeah, this was a Selenium bot we made the other day. This was hilarious, by the way. Check out that stream as well. The heaven banning bot. Check out this stream. Obviously, this is the most 10x s. I can't. It's YouTube, right? I can't. The most 10x stuff is just generate building your own companies from scratch, like a G, like a G. It was a good stream. Yeah, Maliki, you were there. Yeah, yeah. That was hilarious. I want to do another sort of funny one. So we're gonna be generating a fake news company. So we're gonna be like looking at recent topics, and we're gonna ask the LLM to generate fake content. And I actually want to generate fake tweets too, and like hook it up to a fake. Oh yeah, you know what? Maybe let's not do that part because I don't want to like actually push fake news. So we'll generate the tweets, but we won't tweet them for now. You can use the code for whatever you want, but we won't be doing that. So these let's clear these out. We're gonna use these eventually. So if you're unfamiliar, if you're uninitiated to being elite 10x elite 1337 awesome generative AI script kiddie. Yeah, you're a script kiddie. Just kidding. But if you're unfamiliar, uh, Llama 2 is a recent. Does anyone even know what script? Does people say script kiddie anymore? I remember when I was a kid, like in middle school, that was like a thing online. That was like 13 years ago. So like, is that still a thing? 14 years ago. Because I remember, yeah, as a kid, like on these forums, you'd be like a script kiddie if you didn't know how to code. But we know how to code. Just the elite. You don't hear it as much, yeah. All right. So I guess that's good. I like kind of like that culture a little bit. All right. So we don't. actually care about course because we want a server here. We're actually gonna have two servers. We're gonna have a server in front of our API here. This is a little class I have for utilizing for hold on. This is from the heaven banning bot. This is a little class I have that we're gonna use. I'm just copying this over to generate. Oh yeah, we're gonna use Llama 2. Oh, we want to use two things here. Actually, we'll move over. I like the name we received back in the '80s that dawned a new candy nerd. Nerds, yeah, it's like everyone wants to make being a nerd cool now. Being a nerd isn't cool. No, you're on the outskirts. You're weird. You're a weirdo. We need to bring that back. Oh, I'm a nerd. No, no, no. I'm a weird person. This is what I'm doing right now is weird. I'm on the outskirts. This is not normal. This is like a like this not yeah, it's like, "Oh, do you like anime?" No, you're not one of me. Do you like anime? I'm a nerd. All right, so I think that's all the code. So we have this. Oh yeah, let me explain here. So I'm gonna set up this server the same way we did before, and this server is gonna be utilized to essentially generate a ton of stuff. And we're gonna send up these. Well, we can actually make this API a little bit better. We made a for the heaven banning bot. We made a generic like route here, but we don't need like a generic route actually. Like that doesn't. So yeah, yeah. The past 5 years were insane. It like culturally, America just became like, duh. We had preps, goth, jocks, nerds, and little Johnny. Malik, how old are you? Yeah, I didn't in my generation. Like I guess I was born in '96, so the we didn't have like much of that. It was still like kind of um like oh 51, that makes sense. Yeah, we didn't really have like it was everyone was like kind of cool with each other. There wasn't a yeah, there were people that were preppy and more like there were definitely nerds and there were like jocks, but everyone was kind of the same thing at the same time. But like a nerd wasn't cool really. Actually, I will say at the end of my high school years, that started to happen. The nerd thing did start to kind of like become a thing by then, and yeah, like the headbangers. That's funny. That's still a thing. All these things are still things, by the way. It's just like they're not yeah, you're smart. Yeah, like it wasn't now like everything's just merged together. You guys also probably didn't have the maybe you did, but like now there's like the artsy city type. It's kind of a mixture of like preppy with it's like a kind of goth preppy mixture. Anyway, so so here's our server. We don't need course. We don't need let's get rid of that. We don't need course. I look like a biker. Oh yeah. Yeah, the we didn't have the biker thing, at least where I'm at. Yeah, we don't need course and grok. Okay, so we have this. So we need to figure out the structure of this. So the fake news, so the political leanings, we're gonna be inputting what the actual like. We're gonna be like, okay, this is in every, for instance, whenever we run inference on Llama 2 to generate something, we're gonna be like, say, hey, use this political leaning right here, and like when you write the article, and we can do a couple things. We could say like the daily article count. We don't have to get all that crazy. We don't have to get all that crazy. What else? How else do you like initial? Like if you're gonna start, a news company. We also have to generate branding too. We have to generate branding. For now, we'll just generate a name. Yeah, we'll just first for now we'll just do political leanings, and we'll get the political leaning. And this is a positional argument, and we're gonna say so. Let's like initialize company. And what this is gonna do is gonna set. This doesn't take in any arguments, but I want to do something to generate the branding and the business name. That makes sense. So like we're gonna be generating like the branding colors based on the political leaning and the business name. Oh wait, we want something else. We want like business description. This will be this in the business description will be like a news company, a generic news company. And then, but this would be something we'll pass in when we play around with this more. The Nolan chart, what's that? The Nolan chart. Is this a deep cut? Oh, political spectrum. Is this what I think it is? Is this like the liberal? Well, we can just say we can ask. Interesting. I wonder if Llama 2 is gonna. Is this popular enough that Llama 2 is gonna know what this is? Because I can say based on the Nolan chart, like assign like based on what the user said in the political leaning, assign it a political leaning. Yeah, it is. Generate a bunch of news companies and sell backlinks for SEO. Is the instant sys stuff something you came up with? No, no, Luke. The hey, what's up, Brian Avila? How you doing? Yeah, so the inst sys stuff. So what that is essentially. Oh yeah, by the way, today's hilarious. This is a hilarious. We're gonna do this. It's gonna generate a whole news. I'm taking current topics of the day and generating a whole like essentially like a ton of news articles about what's happening in the current day. And yeah, it'll just like and it'll sound like human, and and then we'll make a front end for it, and then it'll be like you could generate it, you could do it every day. So the IN, so Luke, so this right here is Llama 2 was the instruction, which is the one we're using. The is it? Yeah, the chat model. When it's instruction tuned, meaning that it gets a bunch of essentially a data set that has instructions in it, so it can learn how to take instruction and then get feedback. Well, now they're actually with Code Llama, they use self-instructing. So the Llama, they ask Llama 2 to build an instruction data set. But typically this is by humans with these LLMs. This is their specified token. And then this is the system prompt. So this is the prompt in which you're telling the bot what to do. And then after that, the way they have it structured is you actually do it right here. Oh, I figured out why the Code Llama didn't work. One, I think I was getting the wrong model, but two, like I didn't. They have this whole setup for instruction that I wasn't doing. I wasn't doing any of this. Like this whole like thing here, but and also I think it just wasn't set up right yet. What about scraping another news site for the articles and just have the model change it? Yeah, we're essentially going to do that, Art. Um, we're essentially going to do that. So like the thing is I want to get like a general. You know what's interesting? Actually, let's do this. Let's do. I really like that instead of this because I was thinking of doing this, but I was thought maybe it'd be overkill. but I want to say fork. Thanks for bringing that up. News forks, news company forks. This will be a list of homepages. I shouldn't use the Times. The Washington Post and what's the other one? What's another one? LA Times. So like, does LA Times have a good homepage that I can scrape easily? I also don't think we need. I think we just use Beautiful Soup for this. Yeah, 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 yeah. Nice. So we'll say based on this list of companies, we can actually like take all the articles there, get the topics to talk about, and then rewrite the articles. Or I was thinking we have a collection of news companies. We get a brief overview of all the articles there just based on the titles. And then we say, based on these titles, write about the article. I like the rewriting, but um, I like the rewriting, but I like the forks idea where we get like a collection of a ton of different homepages, and then we just say, get all these titles, find common topics with all these titles, and then like generate like the news articles from those common topics. BBC World News. The rewriting, I think, is one. It's going to be might be too much inference because it's going to have to take in the news article and the context windows will be pretty large. So I'll be like, here are these titles, rewrite it with these titles, or write an article based on this title. And it's fine. It's fake news, so it's fine that it's like not factual. Do we want to make it factual? Oh wait, I'm on the Wikipedia. Am I stupid? Um, let's see. Is this scrapable? Yeah, yeah. This is good. You probably hear my brother snoring. He sleeps around this time. Okay, so but all right, this is cool. So we're gonna take these articles titles, look at all the article titles, and then be like, hey, fill in an article from all these article titles, and I guess we could dedupe it. And every time, how do you tell that a page is scrapable? So the reason why I said those pages are scrapable is because it didn't seems like a lot of that content was there on the page. So what I mean by that, so we're gonna still use Selenium anyway. So that doesn't I don't care about that. But oh, I totally forgot. We may not want to use Selenium. We may want to use Beautiful Soup. I just want to see if all the content's just there and I don't have to scroll a ton. It's all scrapable, but I just want to. I mean, easily scrapable. No, yeah, and also no paid walls. Yeah, true. I mean, like really, just all the content's there when we go to the page. Um, it doesn't matter if it's dynamically loaded, and because we're using Selenium anyway, we may be able to get away with not using Selenium. I'm gonna check if we can just not use Selenium. Gotcha. We're just getting titles. Yeah, exactly. So and we can easily scrape the titles because the cool thing, I already know this from making some scrapers for news sites, is they're typically all the titles, all the links. We can detect a title if the link has a certain amount of words in it, and then we could just take the content of that, and that should be fine. If it isn't, then whatever. And we can also make sure the link has the same domain. But anyway, so we're gonna scrape these. We're gonna be like fork these companies, essentially just use their titles, and and then fill in the article using a factual one would be hilarious though, where it just rewrites the article. Is that better? Is that actually better? What do you guys think? I think that's a little better. Yeah, yeah, that's better. Sorry, I'm like I thought this idea like right before the stream, so I'm like still figuring it out. Let's just let's just do and let's use the this side looks good. So let's use this one. Let's actually rewrite the articles. Is that context window going to be too big? Well, oh no, we can get around that. We can only get articles that are the content for articles that are a certain size. You could also send the title to the AI for a new version. Same with content. Then once received, pack up. Send the title to the AI for a new version. Same with the content that received packaged up for a tweet. Yeah, yeah, definitely. I've dreamed of doing this ever since these bottles came out. Well, we're doing it. We're doing it. Um, what I realized we can scrape locally because I'm gonna do some stuff locally, and we could just use this. Yeah, yeah. Let's scrape locally because I want to use Yeah, let's just move this. Let's just use this as the collab as a server. Let's just do that. I want to scrape locally because I want to. Oh yeah, you can see my other ideas there. Um, I want to scrape. 'Cause I don't want to use a headless browser for the video scraping because it's easier to get detected from a bot. So let's go. I guess this is an experiment. Let's make fake news bot. This is so funny. Um, all right, so let's generate. Let's just make a main.py. Actually, let's make a fake news company file. This is gonna generate the company. All right, so I'm building an app that involves a lot of small stuff like repackaging and stuff through working through. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Nice. And let's actually, you know what we can do? Because we have like a company to fork. So we're forking a news company and we're going to default to and we're just going to pass in the homepage here. Oh yeah, dude, Python's great. No, yeah, watch this. You'll see. I'll be writing a lot of Python today. Um, yeah, and generally Python is like super simple to watch people code with. It's why if you get like a coding job and you have seniors that are coding in Python, try to just like pair code with them because it's very idiomatic and easy to read. Most coding languages nowadays are obviously, but Python's special. Special. It's always been special. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's super shorthand. I mean, it's like that's the whole point. It's like supposed to be really, really easy to understand. And what else are we doing here? So we're oh yeah, we gotta locally have Selenium. So there's another Python thing. So I'm gonna run I'm gonna create a I haven't been doing this a lot, but I should do it. I'm gonna create a virtual environment and the virtual environment is just so we can make sure all our packages are here. Um, we don't need a Flash server. Yeah, we don't need a Flash server. I'm gonna see if I could generate the whole code base for the front end code, not like this part. But I want to see if I could like actually use the React engineer to generate like a React app that's like for a fake news, and then we'll have to fix it up probably. It's the way it goes. I don't know why that took so long. So I'm making a virtual environment because I'll have to like yeah, and then like I have a ton of Python packages here, and this Python package is like just one of many, and I'm making sure that I have an environment that I can keep all my packages in, and then I'm loading that environment to the bash profile here, the source. Okay, yeah, you can actually see what's happening. So I can be like, yeah, code reads like a book. Yeah, you can see. So like, all all this is doing is setting up the virtual environment so that Python knows to use for everything this Python command is going to be doing. It's going to be looking to see if there's a virtual environment global that exists. And then it's just going to be using all the, rather than using my things in my user bin or my user lib, it's going to be using everything in the environment. Uh, yeah, so yeah, we want to get Selenium and yeah, the death thing is super weird. We get Selenium and Flask. Oh wait, no, we don't need Flask. And what I think that's kind of it. I think it's only we're just gonna be using Selenium. I'm pretty sure. So I don't think is there anything else we use. I gotta copy my Chrome driver. Yeah, I think that's all I need to do is just copy the Chrome driver. So for Selenium, I gotta get a Chrome driver. Dang, we're using Selenium now. I'm like for all the where's what was the thing we made yesterday? Heaven Band Bond. No, it's Heaven. So yeah, let's copy that here. So like, dang, I'm like, because Puppeteer is the go. Is that's the best way to scrape is Puppeteer. The API is so beautiful. It's so nice. Selenium, it's cool. It's OG, but like this is a, it's all right. So let's copy some of this, but I want to do this in Python. We should do more Python stuff because I think like we were saying, Malik, like so a lot of people are learning Python. It's good to kind of show everything. So let's go and get what's everything I need. I don't need URL lib. So let's go. So we're gonna be scraping this page for titles. Oh, this is getting it from the bin. Oh, that's because it's on here. Yeah, we don't need to do that. We don't need to do that. There's actually a way easier. We did a pretty crazy in the Heaven Band one. That was a pretty crazy um, stream for when it comes to scraping. Like that was like pretty like scraping Twitter is kind of hard. Like we don't have to do any of this. It's no headless browser. We're just opening up Chrome. We're getting the Chrome driver so we can actually open up Chrome. And we'll initialize the company later. Actually, for now, let's make the script because this is gonna hit our API for now, and we'll pass that so we don't have to like have anything run there. For now, let's go and make the scraper to get current or get article homepage articles, and let's actually get the article content. Let's get the article content. And we want to do it generically, so let's get readability. Oh, it's so much easier in Puppeteer. I might write this in Node. No. We'll do it here. Readability, Mozilla. No. That's actually fine to do it here because you know what we can do? We can load up a file, a JavaScript file into where is it? We're gonna readability JS is what we want. Is this oh yeah, so what readability is Mozilla has this very nice script to generically parse article content from news articles. So to make sure this is something that we can just load up on the web page. I think so. Just make sure there's no exports. Yeah. This says if module then export. So that's pretty much saying if it's a node environment, then export it. But if not, don't do it. So we need this file. I think we need JS DOM parser. Just want to see, is that a dependency? We're gonna load this up in the browser every page, every time we go to an article page. So let's go here. I've been using this to parse article content for a while, but seems like some things changed because I don't think I used it 5 months ago. No, no, I may have. I don't know. Maybe. Okay. So readability. Let's get JS DOM parser. JS DOM. I automatically said JSON DOM. Do we need? I don't think we need JS. No, JS DOM parser is a Node thing. I'm just gonna say let's only download this. I think we're fine. I think we're fine. Should I be doing ideas that I thought of like 5 seconds ago? Not 5 seconds, but like right for the maybe. Maybe I should think it through more. No, who cares? It's more fun when it's like this. More fun. Readability. And let's go to what's it called? Let's just go here. Let's just open this up. And let's go to what is it? Oh yeah, dev. And then I have experiment. Dang, there's so many things here. Jeez. All right. So let's go to and what is this called? Oh yeah, fake news bot. Okay, let's save that here. I do that. It ends up 12 hours of changes before I get back to what I'm doing. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Maybe the impulsive coding isn't the way. Nah, it's the way. Impulsive coding is absolutely the way. All right, so we're gonna get the articles. We're gonna store these articles or daily articles. We're gonna store it right here, and we're gonna use that. So we have this. If you're 10x, you gotta. The 10x thing is so funny. You can't say 10x. That's gatekeeping. Yes. You can't gatekeep. No, I can't. I'm just kidding. I mean, sometimes people need to be gatekept, but like, not really. You gatekeep yourself in life. That's the real. That's the real red pill. Oh no, is YouTube not going to like that I said that? It's a real magenta pill. Raw. All right, so get homepage articles. So after we get the articles, we wanna have a rewrite article thing. So actually, let's make political leaning is going to be a thing, and we'll default to center. Is everyone okay? Did that hurt anyone's feelings? Center right? Is that okay? Just so, yeah, yeah. It's so funny because like yeah, yeah. Because I remember in the beginning of like learning things, I would always be like, maybe I shouldn't belong here in the room because I'm self taught, and I went in the career before when I was like a teenager, so I was always the youngest person in the room, and I was always like, oh no, do I belong here? And then as soon as I just accepted, yeah, I feel like my life got a lot better. As soon as I was like, wait, maybe they don't belong here. Maybe I'm the one who belongs here. No, it's not about them, but you get what I'm saying. It's like imposter syndrome is you. It's you. The more you accept that, it's a lot of people won't like that. A lot of people will be like, no, everyone else has to change so that I can be comfortable. No, that's because you suck. All right, everyone else doesn't have to change. If you're insecure, it's you. It's literally just you. Great lesson. Um, rewrite article. So we're gonna have the rewrite article. So this is gonna be written by. We're gonna have one that's like generate news of the generate uh today's news. And then it's going to get these articles, run through the articles, and then it's going to run the. So this is going to. Well, for now, we kind of know what this is going to do, right? We know this is going to say for articles, daily articles, and it's going to self, and then it's going to rewrite the article, and then we're going to pass in the article. And I said of. Um, so we kind of know that's going to happen, right? And then this rewrite article thing is going to return the new article. And then we're going to have a. So this is the daily. Oh, this is the daily articles. Oh, interesting. So actually, this isn't daily forked articles, daily original articles. That's a good way of putting it. We're going to have daily copied articles because we're copying stuff. 10x ego. 100%. Dude, Malik, you're so yeah. It's they call me far right for being old, white, and believe in morals and family. And of course, in creative. Yeah, it's like you're like, oh, I believe in God. You're far right. It's like I have like I believe in objective truth. Oh, you're the bad guy. Really? Wow. No, I mean I believe that. That's how America is. That's how I mean that's the way it is. And but actually it's not how America is. I won't say that. That's how certain parts of America are. I'm not gonna like say that that's how it is. And then we'll say generate markdown files. But let's actually generate a ton of markdown files. Why am I doing camel case? Tough. Oh, Alberta. Oh, Canadian. Nice. How's the maple syrup? All I know. That's all I know. Should I go to Canada? Is it worth it? I'm always like, I feel like Canadian, like, it's a little, it's like, I feel like the vibe there is a little too, it's too low context or high context. I feel like it's like if you don't know to be nice, then it's kind of a problem. But that is an Eastern thing. Oh, that's an Eastern thing. No, I like nice. Like I like Midwestern. Like I like how nice that is. I'm not saying the nice is a problem, but I feel like you have to kind of know to say you're sorry. Is that real, or is that have I been programmed by media to believe that? Yeah, no, I'm sure. Oh, a bird is the Texas attitude. I believe that. Everyone is very hyper aware in Canada. It's a cool. Yeah, no, the hyper awareness is what I'm like. Oh, I'm sure Ontario's New York. That's the vibe I get. I thought Toronto was also kind of like that. Yeah, the hyper awareness is the one thing where I'm like, I like that, but like, part of me is like, I don't know. Americans are kind of like dumb in a way that I like. It's the ego. It's the 10x ego. Like, so part of me kind of likes that, but like people are like, "Oh, you're an entitled American." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm entitled." That means elite in Latin. Okay, so rewrite article. So we want to generate markdown files, and then we want to have a site that is built off of these markdown files. I think. How are we going to generate the pages? for now, we'll generate markdown files and we'll figure out some way to generate the pages. We could say generate a site that takes in a ton of markdown files. We want markdown files because that's really easy to generate a site from markdown files. All right, so we'll do that later though. All right, so we have so we're gonna get the daily original articles right now, and that's what this will do. So first things first, we want to get the self driver. And what do we want to do? We want to say, using the self driver, I want to, what is this? Oh, okay. But using the self driver, I want to, right. Okay. First things first, we have to get the home page, which is the news company to fork. So let's set that to the instance. And then we want to say, pass in this, and then go to the page. And we want to inject. Oh no, we don't want to do that yet. We want to make a script to generically get articles from the site. So actually, I have a way of doing that works pretty well. Let me actually just use that and then run an execute script. I have that in another video. I have a video where I did this banker bot thing. How did I do it? So I get all the A tags and then I check if it has a form inside of it, and then I say if not, and then I make sure it has at least 5. Yeah, we want to just do this. So this is a way of, hold on, and then we want to just return this. So we're going to execute this script. So let's actually say self driver dot get or dot execute script, and let's pass this. I forgot, how do you, whoops. Driver execute script get links. Oh wait, no, get element. I don't have to be that specific to get links. All right, let's see. JavaScript executor. That didn't do it. I want to say get link. Run out of battery. Hold on. 1 second. Execute script alert via Selenium. I want to execute script and then return an element. Do they not let you do that? Return element. Because I'm only saying driver. Selenium Python. See, in Puppeteer, this is so easy, right? Oh, okay. It just works like that. Nice. Let's see. So no, you can pass in the element. Yeah. We can just return it. Okay, so it's just as easy here. I'm just complaining like a little girl. Okay, cool. All right, so let's get back the hrefs. Was this, and for now let's just print the hrefs. I want to see if we actually get all the links, because this is pretty cool. So what I'm doing here in this script is I'm saying So I'm telling the driver to run this script on the page after it's loaded, and then get all of the A tags, and then filter these A tags whether or not it has a form inside. So don't, if it has a form inside, don't do it. Um, but I should also probably say, no, a div is fine. I should say if it has something else too. But it's just sometimes a links are around forms. The offset parent, so if it actually is visible on the page, so it's actually a link, and then we're seeing if it has 5 words. Most news article titles will have. Oh wait, let's just keep it at 4. I'm saying greater than 5 words, and then I'm mapping that to return the href. So imagine our country is not never. Really? Our country's not running right until we get Trudeau. Yeah, yeah. I want to talk about that, but I YouTube. You go on the Discord. Yeah, that guy sucks so hard. Um, yeah, I mean, we don't have to get into that though, even though that like matters, right? Used to be you could just couldn't you just like talk about everything? All right, so let's go fake news dot. So let's run get news articles and see if this actually runs. Is he gonna load up? Is he gonna load up the browser? Is everything good? Are we gonna get an error that we didn't install a Python package? Oh, are we gonna get an error? No, yeah, 1984. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Everyone knows. Everyone knows what's up. It's like your identity is valid. Let us take your rights. We'll take your individual rights, but we'll validate your weird identity that you just made up. All right. So let's see. So the page is loading. Interesting. So it actually waits for the page to load on the get. I didn't know that. That's good. Man, I have another. Let's see. Are these all good? Yeah, these are good. These are good. Yeah, nice. So that actually did work. These look like all the news articles. That looks good. That looks just like. I don't think anything here is in a news article. Maybe doesn't matter because we can check if they're news articles. So we got all the news articles from the site generically. So um, and this was easy because I've been trying to generically scrape sites for a long time. So what takes things look easy because it's taken time, consistency. All right, so we got the news articles. Let's actually run like a run. Let's have a run function just to run everything in here. Because yeah. Let's do that. Just say build. And this will just do everything. This will do everything up to getting your first folder of markdown files. And we'll want to have something actually generate the code base. All right, so we run the build. First, we get the maybe a dashboard of what everyone else is doing. I guess is helpful. What do you mean of what everyone else is doing? Like like a dashboard of like what the other companies are doing. Okay, so we get the articles. So here's the article links, and for article link, I keep doing of and article links. I typically for like a process that takes time, I typically don't just use like the use a map. I typically don't do that. I have to run for 30. Hopefully, oh yeah, I'll definitely still be on in 30. This is gonna take a bit. Dude, I had like an 8 hour stream last week. Not that this is gonna be that long, but like, um, all right. So let's get rewrite article. Oh wait, I have one that's like scraping articles. I don't know why that question didn't send. LIS, why your old job at news companies, how do you scrape other sites? Oh no, that was my own stuff. No. I didn't at any news company. I don't think scrape any site. No, I just know from I've been like doing my own projects for a long time in the news space. Actually, that's what I've always been obsessed with. It's funny, I haven't done much news stuff on these streams, but like I typically it was all just like a lot of that was like basic or not basic. A lot of it was kind of weird, but like it was like mostly full stack developing, like whether it's setting up, fixing bugs, setting up components, and I don't know. It's like it's a lot of like I think we were messing with the NoSQL data. I'm not going to talk about that. My own next YT stream building 10x React LLM AI to get me up to speed on Jared's live streams when I joined an hour late. Scott, just ask. I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it. Or have to be away for there. Yeah. I'll talk about it. So we're making a fake news AI. I really should like. Thank you for reminding because I need to re-talk about it for anyone who joins. If you join ever and you don't know, just mention in the chat, and I'll definitely talk about what I'm doing. Because I need to. Because I thought about this idea 5 minutes before I stream, so I need to like actually get like something going here. But so like we're gonna make a script that essentially scrapes like the current news on some site and then rewrites all the articles in a different like either political leaning or some bias. Actually, we'll give this we'll make this generic. We'll make this bias. And it'll rewrite it in a bias. And then we'll generate I want to see first we'll just generate the markdown files of the new articles. But after that, I want to see how we can do a front end. We can also just make a script that auto tweets, like turns these into tweets. Um, can't really turn our news articles into tweets, I guess, but like maybe summarizes them and puts them in tweets. But we can also do something that generates just the whole code base with the 10x React engineer. That's what we're doing. So we're getting like the current things that are actually being talked about, and you'll be able to run this every day to generate new articles. And we're going to give it a bias. So for every time it rewrites an article, it's going to utilize this bias right here. So first, we're just scraping stuff. We're just doing some, dude, scrape. If you're not scraping and like doing AI, like if you're not scraping and learning about AI, whether or not you're learning about generate vectorizing things, word embeddings, word to vec, or you're learning about transformers and doing, you can learn about RNNs and LSTMs, but transformers are really neat. If you're not learning about that stuff, learn about it. Learn about clustering, learn about k-means, learn about there's a lot of concepts. Learn about PCA, dimensionality reduction. Learn about CNNs. CNNs are the bedrock of image AIs. Like you want to learn about a lot of these concepts. These it's super fascinating. If anything, on my Discord, I've been posting links of like things that I'm just like these resources are so good. Let me know if anyone wants a link to any resource about anything, and I'll like because I've been on a journey this past year to kind of self teach myself a lot of kind of a lot of these concepts because I've been like in the traditional software engineering web dev world, um, and I'm like I needed to sort of I wanted to become as good as quick as possible with machine learning and well just data and stats and I really want to like share a lot of what I've learned. Okay, so let's go. Let's make a function to scrape article. Hey, hey Zeno, hey Zeno, you're on Twitch. I didn't know there was anyone on Twitch. Hey Zeno, you still watching? How you doing? How'd you get here? Hey, maybe I should pay attention to the Twitch. Where to find these links? Join the Discord and or just like I mean I don't know how else to give it to someone. On it genuinely, like to people like maybe I can post it on the YouTube community stuff. For now, just go into coding help on the channel on the Discord. Um, Also, one of the main skill sets of being a software engineer you want to have is being able to learn concepts efficiently and get it. You need to get a process of learning concepts. So even if you're not even that interested in it, or do it if you're interested, but even if you don't like see it as that valuable to your career, I highly suggest taking time to learn something new and fire off some new signals in your brain. That's why it's good to learn different like sports and to learn different music concepts and also hand to head brain hand connection. That didn't make any sense, but being able to use your hands to use new tools, whether it's a musical device or just anything, whether it's a hammer, something as simple as that, because you're unlocking new brain pathways. And okay, I'm not gonna get super into it. One, because I'm not like maybe I'm not the best to talk about it, but the way I like to approach things, I like to gain a lot of skills, so I get better at looking at objects and understanding them intuitively. And because when you have an intuitive understanding of things, you get to like, um, for instance, you get to get a new tool and you get to like be able to understand it very quickly. Does that make sense? Maybe that makes sense. Just learn a lot of stuff, and you get to your pattern recognition gets better. Um, I'm a coder, not a communicator. Uh, all right, but also the skill of communicating is another thing that can fire off new things in your brain. So you can like, and if you can distill a complicated concept really well, the better you get at that, the better you get at reverse engineering new concepts and being able to abstract things. Um, like it works in both directions. All right, so we're gonna scrape this article. So let's go. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do driver get. We're gonna go into the article and we're gonna say, "Yo, Jared, hey, what's up? 3 day shipping? 3 day shipping, dude. There's overnight shipping right now. That's a third string quarterback username. If you're gonna get roasted with a name like that, I'm just kidding. Oh, it's Psy. Psy. Just say, hey, it's Psy. I thought you were just some strange person in a chat. 3 day shipping? Was that your username from 1995? There's like tonight shipping now. There's like, hey, literally, you know what's great shipping? Walking to your local corner store. But no, like, dude, there's overnight shipping now. Yeah, overnight, and two, we're We're already taken. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Well, if overnight and two are taken, then that I totally get that. All right, so let's look at a way to because we have to load up readability. Let's look up a way to load up readability into um, Selenium. What's the best way to look this up? So, like, I mean, not readability. Did I look up readability? Is my brain dumb? I want to load up JS file. Readability is the library we want to load up into. We're gonna have to do it like this. I thought, is there a way to just read a file and do it? Yeah. It's a different API. That's fine. That's fine. We're gonna have to open up. So we're loading up. So I use readability for scraping article content because the because wait, why did this just because hold on a second. We don't want to read lines. Read file in the string. But I always have to look up reading files. Like I don't know why I always have to look that up. Or if the file is guaranteed to be one line. It's not guaranteed to be one line. Anyway, I see what they're doing here. We can do this because JavaScript isn't Python, so we can just load up the new lines and do it like that. That makes sense. I did it right though. I just all right. So this is the content space. This is our. Oh wait, no. We don't want to load the new lines like this. Can we let's just do this? Break it. I think. Yeah, because it's not going to have no, new lines do matter. What am I thinking? Anyway, so this is our readability. This is how we're going to be able to generically. Mozilla has this awesome library for you to generically parse data from what's it called? From generically parse article data from news. So let's pass this. So we can actually just do this. We can execute. Notice how I'm just using execute script now for everything. I'm just going. I'm making this puppeteer for myself. All right. So let's see if this just breaks anything. I don't think it should. Let's do another one, and then in this one, we're gonna say doc string. We're gonna say we want to use it, so we want to say new read ability. Use this again because we're getting the article content. We're rewriting. We're essentially forking a news site to make our fake news company. Am I a little crazy for this? I think it's hilarious. Disclaimer: I will not actually return the article. I will not be making an actual uh, fake news company. Promise a triple double dog promise. Triple quadruple promise. All right, so let's just print that. Let's print that. Am I running this anywhere? No. For article link of article link, let's run the with the article link in it. I saw this. Oh, whoops. I saw this article today or not article. I saw this tweet today where this guy was like, was making the rounds on Twitter where this or on X where this guy was like, "Oh yeah, like I'm a software engineer and I'm 23 and I make a ton of money and here's how I did it." And he was like, I went to a I'm not self-taught. I don't really know many people that are self-taught, and I know a lot of people that work at Fangs, and we all went to university. And he just talked about how I went to university, and I felt like I was getting vibes that people were like, "Oh no," like, and he was saying like, I don't recommend anyone do boot camp or self-taught to do it, and I feel like the vibe of the responses, or people were like saying kind of, I feel like it was controversial, and I was like, how is this controversial? Like I kind of get the ego part where it's like, oh wait, but where it's like, oh yeah, like I don't want that to be true or whatever. But the reality is, if you're self taught in the real world, like I was one of the very few self taught engineers at my level in, and I know like a lot. I feel like I know most of them that exist. It's not like, and it shouldn't really be common. Like the reason why I try to talk to self-taught people, boot camp people, is because you're a lost sheep. You're being scammed. Well, there's a specific type of like hacker that I love, and those are my people. And like there's a specific hacker that's like just crushes that, like, is, and I've been around these people since I used to, that like goes to hackathons and self-taught and just like is amazing. Really everyone's self-taught that's actually good because you have to self-study all the time. But like this whole, like I feel like it's pretty obvious if you go to university you're going to be better off than most people. It's just um like that, I think that's pretty intuitive. But like the boot camps are like, the boot camps, I don't like them at all. I think you're way better off just like crushing. Um, hold on a sec. With your readability is not defined. That means we got an error here. Let's read. But you're way better off. Let's print this out. Getting like a community of which I was lucky to have, of like people that are really really into building no matter what it is, and they're self learners, and that's your school, like it's you and like your 10 closest like friends that are all really trying to build great things and push themselves. University gives you that, like if you, but it just costs money. If you're smart, you don't maybe I'm saying too much. If you're smart, you don't need to like, you can make that for yourself, but it shouldn't have to be that way is what I'm trying to say. Like it's good that we have some structures for this. Yeah, that's what the file looks like. That's good. Yeah, it's reading the file fine. I just would never spend money on a college degree. I think it's kind of silly personally. But I think if you like wanna have that environment built in, then yeah. For 4 years, like sure, if you can afford it. Okay. So let's go and let's print the readability content. Let's read this. So this execute script didn't work. Is this not? Hold on a sec. Ability is not defined. No, it is. Definitely is. I teach socializing critical thinking in school, and I think this is a hilarious project. I want to show it to my students. well, we'll definitely finish it by the end. I want to see if there's a way to make this easy to show to your students. Because let's see. So why is this undefined? Hmm. Because yeah, so we're essentially like copying news sites and rewriting them in different leanings. And maybe there's a way to like make a super site that just does it for every news site and then gets like the top five rewritten articles. And the critical thinking, Scott, it's think critically about and I'm not going to tell you this because you're the actual like teacher, but it's like I think it's good for people to think critically about the articles that they're reading, and no matter what the bias is or whatever it is, what's the actual information? Because to just cut like this is showing how easy it is to just say things in a way that you'll like. You know what would be a really funny project for this is what if we scraped somewhat like yeah, this is a business idea. You find a target market, a very highly oh, this is such a good business idea. You find like very people with a lot of discretionary income, and you find their like some subset of people. I don't know what it is. It could be people that own medical practices, but something where people have a lot of money, and maybe something where they have like 90% of them have a certain bias or a certain spending habit. You just combine those topics, like maybe they all really are into this political idea. Like I don't know, they're all into libertarianism or something, and they also are into music or an opera or whatever. You just make a blog and just constantly generate articles based on that, and then you like just like find where they are and then tweet at them and just like find go to like a Facebook group for them and just constantly post articles and just like find little subsets of whatever subculture you found. And you could also just do it. You could generate content to detect based on someone's Twitter account what their vibe is, and then just do this on mass and just find ways to produce content for many subcultures and just get them. Don't do this. Don't do this because then you're just becoming like kind of a bad person. You're becoming they if you do that. Don't become they. Um. Okay. So but I think that's a hilarious scheme. You just constantly find many subcultures with some script, or you just like I don't know how you do it, but and then you just generate websites for them just for their bias, and then you write it in a way that like it is it's the same thing with the heaven banning thing. You write it in a way that's like putting in their echo chamber, reinforcing their echo chamber. But like for people with discretionary income and that are have some sort of like ideology collectively. All right. So this isn't loading the readability. We got to see if there's an error. No, there would have been an error the first time it was loaded. Let's see. Readability is not defined. And hmm. But this didn't have an error. This line right here. Interesting. Interesting. Self driver, execute script, readability, content. Oh, are these on different routines? I mean, not routines. Are these in different runtimes? Let's see. Let's just do this then. Can you do this? I've never done. Is there an F string for doc strings? That's a thing. Okay. But all right, let's do that. Let's do that. It is Facebook's whole shtick, but you could just do that from your living room with at like low cost. It is Facebook's whole shtick. I should just do a video on that too, just to show what I'm talking about. like you just find target markets with a script, and then you find out what their bias is based on how, like, I don't know, different influencers in that space, like how they produce content. You ask like Llama 2 or some GPT-4 or whatever to like say what this their bias is, and then you just produce a ton of content in that bias. And then you just like hyper target these people and like really like, oh wait, this is working. Oh, I wasn't even paying attention. Nice. Yeah, yeah. It's just because I needed to these execute scripts. I think they're memory efficient. Nice. Okay, so we don't want the content. We want just the text, which I think they give you. Excerpt, site name, text content. Nice. And we want site name too. No, we want title and then we want text content. Nice. Let's return title, article, content, title, and then text content, article content, text content. We have to actually check if this exists. We should check it. Yeah. We should say if return this. What's the other thing we got to check? You know what we should do? Let's put this in a variable. Text content. We'll say if the length of this is. You see me split so many things. Kind of weird, but I've split so many things in these videos. The function. What am I doing? So if that is greater than, let's just get 10. Like it should be like 10, 50 words. It's not 50 words, probably not an article. So if that, else turn none. This is the article data. If article data, we want to get these are the original articles. We want to push it to original articles. Oh wait, daily copy. Yeah. We want to push these original articles. We actually get the current day, and we just assume they're all on the same day. It's fine. We can do that later. We do that when we generate the markdown file. We're about to be ready to get into Llama. Get into some generative AI. We're almost there. All right, so let's go. So this is, what is this doing? Let's put this in a function. This is get original, get, well, we already have a function for this. Get today's articles. Get original articles. Naming things is very important. If you don't name things, suck. So this is in line, get daily articles. This build is just like a routine that just does everything. Okay, so this is already getting the articles pretty much. We should log a couple things. We should log scraping article. Because I like logging. If you don't log, what you're doing. Um, and then we'll say we'll only log if it's article is not an article skipping. And then we want to log, we'll say scraping articles. So we're scraping a certain amount of articles, and then let's actually enumerate this. Get I. Let's actually just do this outside here. And am I not using F strings here? What am I doing? What are we doing here? The size of articles. I like size. Size up. Let's do this +1. Scraping article. All right, so now I'm not going to run that again because let's avoid getting rate limited. I don't think we are because they want you just drooling over content. We initialize the company. We'll do this later. We'll do this later. You know what's hilarious? We should have. Oh, we need to generate a newsroom. This is funny. This is funny. Oh, this is hilarious. Generate newsroom. We'll do this if it doesn't exist. Well, we have to have a way of saving this. So we're gonna generate, and then we'll say the amount of personas we want to change. I don't know why I find this so funny. Let's just do 3. So we're gonna. All right, let's go into Llama now. So we're gonna be generating journalist personas that will write the article. So we're gonna write these articles with different personas. That's funny. Oh, all right. Let's do it. So persona. What am I doing? No. We want to go to the fake news company. All right. We have. Let's actually connect to a thing. Change runtime type. Let's use the A100. Let's save. So I'm going to generate journalists for myself. This is an important part. I'm going to get my own very personal journalists here. And I'm going to say based on, so we're going to say based on the bias, generate like, we're going to ask them generate like X amount of personas. And then we're going to ask Llama to assume the identity when they write the article. Because it worked for the script for the Heaven bot. It's very good at actually getting personas. It's very good at that. All right, okay. So let's go and do this. Let's install this. I don't think we need bits and bytes, but we'll install that. So we're just loading up transformers so we can load up Llama 2 and Hugging Face. We're using the chat model. Um, we'll use the how to feed my family off the momentum of collapsing. Oh, this is a prompt for Llama 2. How to feed my family off of the momentum of collapsing democratic institutions. Answer should be in well commented Python. Keep within your. That's hilarious. Ask it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Actually, I kind of want to ask it that. Oh, I do want it to give me things like that. That's funny. That's like, oh, we got to import stuff. But that's so like from transformers import auto tokenizer, and we just need the pipeline as well. But I'm actually the interesting thing about that, Scott, is if you genuinely ask Llama 2 to like actually solve a real world problem for you, it wouldn't work. That's the one thing that I want to be tell people apprehensive about this, because to solve real world problems, you have to actually be intelligent, like, and it's generally intelligent. You're just gonna get an NPC answer about everything. Pretty sure. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just don't think for something like that, like how to navigate, because it's like how's it gonna solve? Because it can give you general. I think it'll give you baseline okay advice. I do think it'll give you baseline advice. Oh, I need to log into Hugging Face. Like it'll say something like, um, it'll say something like, oh, like if in general, hypothetically, a like the dollar collapses, do these things, and then it'll say based on this, but it won't be able to like, in my opinion, I don't think these models will be able to actually creatively problem solve real world things. Um, I need to go to. Well, we're probably not going to use Code Llama today. We'll see. We'll see. I'll keep this up. I'll keep, or I guess I won't keep it up. All right. I'm going to go to my. I need to get my access tokens. I need to download the model. We're going to download the model. And this is when things get fun. This is when things get fun. So we're actually going to start generating stuff here. You know what? Let's download articles. These articles. Once this is done, we're going to save this. So we'll have a save. I just like making things usable like this. We're going to say if save, and then actually save should be a thing on the whole thing. Yeah. Save. Uh, uh, let's do it here. Save equals false, and then we'll say self dot save sage. Save equals save. And then if so, we want to like. Reason why I'm doing this is so we can actually let's do local. That's a better way. Local saving. Local save. So we can like store. Because I want to say load up the daily file. Um, if local save, if self. I just want to like I don't want to keep re-scraping stuff because it's a waste. So do that. I save everything in the JSON. Maybe I'm just a JavaScript kid at heart. It's just who I am. Maybe I can't run away from the JavaScript. It's like I think I'm a real boy. All right, so let's go and this, and this is the articles daily original articles. Now let's do write plus to override it if it doesn't exist. Pretty sure. Let's read the file. Pretty sure I can just do JSON load and then the file stream. JSON load file. I've looked this up so many times. It's like, yeah, it's just JSON load. Yeah. And we could say if local save else. We're just doing this to make our lives easier. Content with open JSON actually just touch this. And let's make this an empty array. Could be an array of articles. Yeah. Then we'll do JSON.load. Load the file. This is going to be file content. Okay. And then we can just run it with local save true, just so we can make sure we don't have to keep loading this stuff. All right, get daily articles. So like if we have, we could say if the daily articles, daily original articles, if the length of this is greater than 0, the length of this is 0, then load it up and save. Wait, where do I save it? Oh, wait, this is the wrong place. Well, we do want to do this, but do this here. So we're just saying load these articles whenever, or save these articles whenever we get a new articles. And let's do the same thing for this. And the copied ones are the new ones. So these are like the articles are fake articles. All right, let's do this. All right, so now let's run this. Let's do copied articles.json. Let's actually load this one up as well, and let's run this script. All this is going to do for now is probably break, but all it's going to do for now is just scrape a ton of news articles. We got to do our journalist personas. I wonder what it's going to do. I wonder what it's going to do. I'm gonna be like, get a list of personas, separate them by new line. Yeah, yeah. Or separate it by dash or something like that. You have to have a way to parse it, parse the feedback from it. I think it's scraping. Oh, we did not pass article links. Run that again. All right, so let's figure out the persona stuff. So we have Llama loaded. We're gonna load up ngrok. We're gonna load up the. Why do we have that chat model in here? Yeah, we're not using that one. Oh yeah, we're not even using that at all. And whatever. So we gotta figure out. So let's write the prompt for generating journalist personas. So we gotta act because we want these to actually be written by people. Let's see. Yeah. So we want these to be written by people. We want these to be like, okay, you are a. What should this be? You are a intelligent bot that that generates personas for journalists, not personas, generates. You will be. Is it going to understand that you will be given a journalist's the bias of the news company the journalist works for, the journalist you will create works for, given the bias description, you will generate a short bio, or not short description of who this journalist is and why they work for the given news company. Is he going to understand this? All right. The user will give you a description, the description of the news company's bias below, in the format below. It'd be like bias. Oh yeah, we're gonna do this. Then we want to say get, and then we're gonna pass in the bias like this, and we're gonna pass in the bias, and we got the bias. Nice. Bias the news company's bias. Description of the news company's bias. You must only reply with a brief overview of who the journalist you created is and why they work for said news company. It's kind of funny. Maybe we should generate the description of a news company first and just give them the description rather than use the bias to generate the news company. Yeah, is that overkill? No, we have to do that anyway. Actually, let's do that first. This is good, but let's do that first. So first we're going to generate prompt for generating news company. This takes in the bias. So your intelligent bot that generates a short description of that creates news company descriptions creatively. Descriptions will be given the bias of the news company and will only work off of this. The user will give you bias of the news company, and you must base your description off of the given bias. Your description must be brief, no more than 5 sentences. It must describe where the company was set up. It must describe the company's political leanings and the workplace environment. It must describe cultural things like the company's political leanings and the workplace environment. All right, so user will give you a description of the news company bias in the format below. You must only reply with the brief overview of the news company. Do not reply with any extra explanations or descriptions. Only reply with the description you think of, you created. Okay. Is this going to work? All right, so then we make the endpoint, and we'll just make it so this one is an endpoint like generate company endpoint. I'm going to pass up the bias, generating company, news company. We're going to have the bias right here. We're going to run LLM. Oh, we got to create the LLM. LLM equals LLM. We're going to run LLM generate bias or generate. Oh, yeah, we have to get the prompt. So we have to do LLM dot get the prompt for company bias. Now this is the prompt. And then we're going to pass the prompt. And then we're going to, yeah, this is good. Okay. Is that good? No? LLM is not defined because I didn't run that script because I'm being silly. Okay, this is our server, and let's run the server. LLM is defined. Did I run this properly? Okay, cool. Server's running. Is the ngrok stuff working? Nice. So now we can use this server on our front end Let's import requests and go and generate. So this is going to be generate company. We're going to use the bias the user passes in. We're going to say, where's I at? We're going to say requests, post, generate company. We're gonna have to we're gonna have to have new Grok URLs for every single anyway, for every time we rerun that script. So that's a thing. All right. So we're passing up the prompt, the bias, and that's getting self bias request, and then we're gonna get the response, and we're gonna print response. So I think we're getting it back in JSON. All right. So it's actually now let's actually only test that for a sec. Actually, let's do. Oh, whoops. This is backwards, I think. Let's actually comment these out for now and then run this. I'm curious what this is going to say. Oh, gotta install requests. Install. This one's this is hilarious. Python fake news company and okay, so let's go. Where's this? Nice. Nope. Shouldn't be doing that. Hold on. Shouldn't be running any of that. Oh yeah, it is because I'm loading up the driver still. That's fine. This is okay. So this is going to be interesting. Oh wow, that was quick, and it just worked. Okay, founded in 2005. ABC News Company is a leading provider of objective. I didn't say. I said make it up with a center right bias. Hold on a second. I gotta the bias. I should say politically center and loves Elon Musk. Okay, I need to tell it. Go back into the. That's cool. It actually generated a description of the company. So I don't want to. No, I said make one. I should say make one up. It's the wrong. This is the heaven band bot. It's like make one up. All right. So that makes up fake news companies based on a given bias of the news company they want to create, and you must generate a description off of a given bias. The description must be brief. Okay, all right. Let's try it again. Let's run this. Let's go back. Hey, what's up, Malik? Yeah, we're so now we've been able to actually scrape the homepage and get all the news articles. Now we're actually hitting the collab as a server to run llama, and we're going to generate personas for all the journalists that are going to write the articles. So, and we're going to say, like, create 3 personas, and then we'll just loop through them. For now, to generate the personas, we're first going to generate a company description. So, like, we're going to generate the fake company first. I tried generating it before, but it gave me, or just now, but it gave me ABC News description. Like, and it's going to be based off the bias the user gives. So the bias is politically center and loves Elon Musk. It's kind of silly, but all right. Yeah, it's okay. Sure. I said don't. I asked the bot not to say anything else other than the description, and they're like, sure. Okay, sure. Here's a brief description of a news company with a political center and a fondness for. Okay. I gotta tell it. I gotta be very explicit. Don't give me a little preview. The Elon Musk Times. That's not. I didn't mean literally. I meant just like a bias. That's funny. Okay, it's a politically centered news organization that prides itself on its unbiased reporting and in-depth analysis of current events. That's actually super funny. The Elon Musk Times. Despite its neutral stance, the company has a clear admiration for Elon Musk and is all right. This is funny. This is funny. I like that. All right, so this is funny. Okay, so that's the output. Okay, so let's get the output. This is our description. Company description. We actually want to save this locally as well. No, we actually don't care about that right now. All right, we can return this. So let's now re-add that. We have the company description, and then we're gonna get the articles. And actually, let's only get 10 articles. We don't need to get like a ton of articles. There's no point in that. Oh, actually, no, that's fine. All right, cool. So some of them may not be articles. I would run multi connections to the AI, each with its own prompts. In a way, you're overloading a method by just using the API as a singleton, considering multiple connections, each their own convo, separation of responsibility. Yeah. You're right about that, Malik. Oh, sorry, Maliki. Have I been saying Malik this whole? Sorry, I got bad eyes. Sorry about that. But yeah, I should do that. But we're 10x here. We're not gonna think through anything. Okay, so let's get these articles. After we get these, oh yeah, we're also saving these articles locally. After we get the articles, what's next? We got to generate the personas. So no worries, just a pseudonym. Oh, it's just a pseudonym. So generate newsroom. Yeah, so we're gonna generate the newsroom. First, we'll just do like 3. All this is gonna essentially run 3 requests. Where is it? So we're gonna say for I in range n, we're essentially gonna be we'll be creating journalists. We're creating journalists. Journalist persona number, and let's string. And then we're gonna create journalist persona number 1. So we're gonna loop through this to create all the personas, and then hold on, let me. And then we're gonna go and essentially go and for each, we're gonna make another request to the API, and then we're also gonna pass in the company description. So we're getting the company description so we can create personas. We're going to pass up the company description to the API. We're not going to do generate company. We're going to say generate persona, generate journalist, and let's write that backend for that. Do a new call per prompt so you're not working on a convo, which, depending on previous response, affect the current state of the AI. Instead of a multi-connection, do a new call per prompt. I'm not sure. What do you mean? Isn't that I'm doing a new post per prompt here, or post request? So you're not working on a convo, which, depending on previous response, affect the current. Oh no, that's already happening. So it's reprompting every request. So the AI doesn't know anything about the previous thing that happened, because every time it's just making predictions based on the context window. Yeah. So this is the company descriptions, or no, this is the personas, and personas is like this. Yeah. And then we'll have this is such a funny project. Actually, we could just do this. Company personas is going to be for everything, and then self personas dot append. So we'll get that output every time, and we'll append our personas, and then we'll print the personas. So just print it every time we get it. This is the persona output. Cool. And then, so now we're going to get the personas, and then with the personas, after this, we run generate newsroom, which happens here. So this is, we got to pass in the description. So we're generating our personas. Oh, we should do this after or before. So we're generating our company description, generating our journalists personas, and then we're gonna get the current articles of the day for the forked news site. Then we're gonna rewrite the articles. So actually, let me just write that real quick. So let's say rewrite articles. I work with OpenAI and we use a convo and such. My assumption is the same everywhere. Oh yeah, no. Are you using LangChain? LangChain is interesting. Self guide. And then so we're gonna for this one, we're just gonna get whatever the current daily articles are. For article link, or no, for article in daily articles, article and then we'll say we'll use the text content. Is that what we called it? Yeah, text content. So we'll use the the text content. Hmm. We'll oh, you know what? We'll just make another request sending up the text content. And no LangChain does what you're doing, or we should all do. In my opinion, we're in a prompting war. Oh, you can do the conversational AI stuff with LangChain too. It gives you both, which is kind of cool. There's a lot of tooling with LangChain that I think is cool, but like I don't know. Part of me thinks LangChain is overkill for a lot of stuff. Maybe I just like coding. So we're gonna pass up the article for this, and we're gonna say rewrite article. We have to make both these endpoints. I don't think we made either of those. And then here we're gonna have the copy article. Oh, no, we'll keep the title. We'll keep the title when we rewrite the article. Kind of excited to rewrite these articles. Got append, and so we're gonna. Oh, you know what we should do? We should override. This isn't passed by reference, right? Totally forgot. The best prompts will rise to the surface regardless if we vector data sets. You should also, Maliki, you should look up into um, different fine tuning methods and prompt tuning because there's a lot. Also, look up uh, DPO because there's a lot of. I mean, there's so many things. Look up a. You know, it's actually don't before you look those up. Look up eval instruct from Wizard LM if you're not already familiar. The way they broke down how they built a data set for instruction fine tuning, I think is super fascinating. Um, is nothing, yeah, but fine tuning is nothing more than prompting, but on the server side. Well, it doesn't need to be on the server, the prompting or the fine tuning. You could do it locally, but the fine tuning is getting a data set of essentially just new inputs for the AI model, and then just doing more forward passes so that you don't have to essentially like you can get better embeddings for each token, more aligned to your downstream task. But yeah, it doesn't need to be on the server side. Scott, your message was retracted. I don't know. I don't know if you. I don't know why. I saw dot, and whenever you post a link, it's gonna. It's good. That's why I feel like we should just use the Discord for chat. Best prompt will rise. I like your methodology there, or I like your mentality there. The best prompt will rise. It's very intense. I like that. Okay, so every time it rewrites the article, it gets the. It actually let's just create a new object, and let's use the title of the current article, and then we'll use the text content. And this will be that. So now we're just rewriting it and replacing it into a new object, regardless of how we go about getting the prompt. Um, Interesting. What also matters, uh, like creating the model, like because a lot of these models are very weak. That's why Llama 2 is so powerful. Like with so many less parameters, they were able to outbeat GPT-4, I think, on some tasks. And I don't even, it's like definitely less than half the amount of parameters, and it's open source. I think the human feedback reinforcement learning stuff, that stuff's cool, but overall, I think that stuff is going to get pretty phased out. Uh, in terms of like, I think we're going to find DPO is really cool. That's probably going to replace the vast majority of RLHF. I reviewed and play with it all. All I keep seeing is people trying to find a way to provide the best prompt to get response. What woke me up was finding out they, the creators of these models. Um, yeah, it depends. It really depends on, yeah, in terms of like utilizing a model that's already pretty strong, it is the best prompt wins. But in terms of like building your own models and getting like the perfect model for your purpose, I feel like a lot of that is learning how to is getting a really good data set, getting a really good data set, and really messing around with the positional embeddings and the reward model. Don't know how they're working. They only know it took X amount of data to get interesting. Yeah, yeah. There is this thing of like um, I think a lot of people are like building these models, and a lot of the math is like unknown, which is interesting. We all work on mud. Mark my words. Okay. No, I think there's some truth to what you're saying. We are all kind of like working off of because the neural network math, a lot of it like it actually isn't super known what's happening. That's a really generic statement though. That's not fully what I mean. Let's actually say if length this is greater than 10. Once this gets equal to 10, I'm just gonna break out of the loop because I don't want it to exceed 10. And we'll do that in here. But no, we don't know. We almost gave up in 2014. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, the whole world almost gave up on AI. That's actually crazy. Okay, so let's go back propagation. Well, which that was like 20 years ago, but like the back propagation stuff. Once that started picking up, it seems like that just like changed everything. All right, let's do self rewrite articles. So this is gonna add all this to this. Oh, we have to save this. Generate today's articles. Oh wait, I already have a function that does this. And this rewrite article does the post. I already do this. Let me just get rid of this function. I just rewrote this function. All right. After the for loop, it's gonna save the file if it's a local save, which it is. And but then I started showing signs. Then it started showing signs of intelligence. The model started working. Reflection, yeah. And then, all right. So we rewrite the articles and we save it. I think it's ready to go to give us the copied articles. Let me think. Is there anything else we need to do? Oh yeah, we gotta log stuff. So let's log company description, personas. Oh, I'm already logging that. Here, I think it's good to go. We're logging everything we need to log. No, we're not logging anything here. We gotta log this. So let's say rewritten article. We'll say previous article. It's gonna log a ton of stuff. Let's log new lines. New lines for everything. All right, so I guess let's just run it. I mean, it's gonna break obviously because I didn't test anything. Yeah, I didn't even. Yeah, I did return equals. What did I do? What? Right. Text content, line 93. Why is this? Oh, because I got rid of that. What else is broken? Nice. Nice. You said let's see. So as far as I know, anyone dealing with AI at the moment is chasing prompts. You said you want to build your own. I didn't catch what you wanted to build at LLM. Is that that? Oh no, no. I mean, if people want to build their own language models for tasks, it's mostly about data sets and well, it's not just about data sets. Uh, it's also about seems like the reinforcement learning human feedback is the most important thing. Uh-oh, why can't it can't load this? Where is this? Oh, right. Because I didn't actually write the backend for this. I, that's so funny. We need to write the backend. Okay, so we generate persona, generate what's the API, and then we're gonna rewrite article. Okay, so generate journalist, and this takes in the company description, generating new journalist persona. We don't have to log the description, but we need to make the prompt for that for generating journalist persona, generating personas. And then we're going to pass in the description. We get the prompt. Okay, that's good. So now we need to go do this so then we're going to have a prompt for generating, for rewriting article. And then we're going to pass in the article. And we're going to take the article. We don't actually, so this is rewriting news article. Is this going to work? The news articles are going to take a while because the context window is already for their next build. For us, the devs, we're still restricted to prompting how they consume. Oh no, fine tuning is easy. So it's not just constricted to prompting. Yeah, look into like the fine tuning. I've had to fine tuning is much more useful. Oh, I only have 12 compute units. I gotta buy more units. Fine tuning is really useful for a lot of things that getting a local model and fine tuning actually solves a lot of things that cut costs for OpenAI and just not having to use it at all. I actually helped a client do that recently, where they were spending a ton of money on GPT-4, and I was like, hey, you literally for what you're doing, you can just train a local model for that, like fine tune a llama model for that. Um, F Insider Entertainment. Are you upset that I'm taking your business? Insider Entertainment. Can you make a full witty dedicated on MLPO? Are you are you saying machine learning ops? Are you saying ML ops? I don't know MLPO. ML ops. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can do that. I can do that. Most of the videos I'm doing are actually ML ops. Um, but I can do something just talking about a lot of what I'm doing when it comes to that and how I've found some. That's really what a lot of this is. It's like we're sort of engineering around a lot of machine learning processes. I'm sort of just showing you like the backyard engineer of approaching it. Um, Using Streamlit. Oh, you mean more so. I see what you're saying. You mean using those like specific tools? Like you don't just mean ML ops. Like is that what you're saying, Insider? Like to use those tools? Because a lot of the concepts aren't specific to tools. It's like how can you transfer weights? Yeah, that's what you're saying. So it's like how do you store weights well on disk, and how do you have a pipeline for versioning? How can you run inference across? Yeah, yeah. I should do a video of that. I should do a video on that. That seems important right now. I may do a video on that as my personal company develops more because I'll have a reason to do it. Because right now I need to do some of that. And then as I'm doing that, I should probably make some content for it. Thanks. All right, cool. So roadmaps plus. Okay, cool. So we got the output. So we got to write both of these prompts. Will code with code will be more helpful. Yeah, no, I agree. All right, cool. So let's make a prompt for rewriting the article. It's going to take in the article. Well, first we got to actually finish writing this because this isn't taking the bias anymore. This is getting the company description. So now we have, so it tells you about the generates personas for journalists. That's still good. You'll be given the company. You will create fake personas for journalists. You'll be given the description of the fake news company the journalist you will create works for, given the company, the news company description, you must generate a short description of who the journalist is and why they work for their personality and why they work for the given news company. The user will give you the description of the news company of the fake news company in the following format, and then we'll just make this the format. Description. You must only reply with a brief overview of who the journalist you created is and why. You only reply with your brief description. Do not exceed 5 sentences. Do not re- do not reply with any. This is actually hilarious. I want to see what these journalist descriptions are that it gets. We're getting fake journalists to write our fake articles. So do not reply with any explanation or response other than the description you generate. And then it gets a description like that. All right. So that one's done. Okay, so let's write the one for article. So and then we'll just do this article. So you're an intelligent bot that rewrites news articles, given news articles with different with a assuming a given. Oh, it has to get the persona. Given persona. You must keep all of the factual information of the article. Yeah, we have to pass in a persona as well. It's like kind of funny. Oh, whoops. S. You must keep all the factual information of the article in. You must retain in your new article the difference is the new article you write must be in the voice, the persona you're given. All right, my friend's birthday dinner's over. Where are we at? So, all right. This is what we're doing. We're actually pretty close to like getting rewritten articles. So we're making this script to essentially generate a ton using the articles of a current website. It's essentially rewrite all of the articles, generate a fake news company persona like description, and then generate fake personas for different journalists. Uh, we'll just start with like three journalists, and then for each persona, they're all gonna write these new articles in like a round robin, I guess. So I'll just say get a random person from this three persona, and then we're gonna rewrite the articles assuming the persona of the person, and then we're gonna save these to Markdown files, and then we'll figure out how to actually make a website out of it. Okay, so you must retain all the factual information of the article in your new article. The main difference is this new article you write must be in the voice of the persona you're given. You must also have the bias of the persona of a given journalist persona of the journalist's persona the journalist persona the bias of the journalist's persona. Yeah. Do not Your article must be shorter than the original and overall summarizing the article. I don't want to make it write a ton of article. Summarizing the article. Have the bias described in the journalist persona. And then it says you must only reply with the new article content. Do not include any explanations and descriptions and feedback other than the article. I repeat, only reply with the article text. Okay, now we're going to pass in a persona in the article. And I forgot we have to pass up the persona as well. Persona, comma, the article. Other way around. Persona. Oh, I forgot. We have to do it for this one too. Oh no, we already did it for this one. We have to say The user will give you the persona and article. The journalist's persona and the article in the format below. Persona, the journalist's persona, then article, full content of the article. Okay. All right. Now, we don't want any new lines. I got to get rid of the new lines. Yeah, let me get rid of those new lines. Let's just do that right here. Yeah, we'll just do space. We'll just do a space. And then we'll do that. Nice. Okay. Is that everything? So we got to send up everything. So far, it's kind of good. Okay, so let's run this and let's run the server. Let's not think about anything. Oh, it's broken. Value function mapping. What? Oh, my bad. This is. I'll just call this company. Call this journalist, and I'll call this. I'm making fake news. What are you gonna do? What are you? All right. Let's go and we got to change all these. Oh, we don't have to do that because this is programming. This is API URL. We don't have to. We can make this dynamic. Yeah. Why would I not make that dynamic? That it? Is that everything? All right. Let's make the API URL this. Okay. Let's run this. Is it? Did I uncomment that stuff? Hold on. Oh no, it's running. Okay. All right, I got the company description. I said so. The company is a politically center and loves Elon Musk. Okay, so here's the first persona. So first, the company description is I don't know why they did that. We pride ourselves politically and interesting. There's one figure who embodies innovation and progressive thinking that we value at news company name, Elon Musk. From his groundbreaking work in the tech industry to his commitment to sustainable energy and space exploration. All right, let's get the first persona. They say they still do this sure thing. Meet Jane Smith, a 35-year-old journalist with a sharp wit and a passion for uncovering truth. A politically centered reporter, nice, for Jane is committed to providing balanced coverage of the issues that matter most to her readers, despite her own center-left leanings. Okay. Jane is known for her ability to engage with conservative voices. Oh, okay. That actually makes sense. Yeah. Uh, and fair representative of both sides. Her love for Elon Musk is no secret. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This is actually, it's actually giving these journalist personas. Nice. It did It did 3 Jane Smiths. Wait a second. I mean, these are all different people. I gotta tell it to get like a creative name. Oh wait, whoops. I think. Oh, okay, no, that all worked, dude. How can I connect with you? You're amazing. I don't know, dude. LinkedIn. Checked out. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's very nice. Um, nice. Oh, because this isn't self. This is actually working. Yeah, this isn't self. Hi, hey Warren. What's up, Warren? Yeah, I need to do self guide. It's a silly bug. Nice. Okay, so we got to tell the LLM to. We gotta stop the server. Did you see? Oh, are you gonna post something weird? By the way, you can't post links here, Warren. I'm just messing with you. It's just funny when someone's like, "Did you see?" and then like there's nothing after that. I'm like, this is the internet. All right, so let's go. Now I need to know. Like I have to see secrets. Okay, so no. I'm grown now. I don't have to see secrets. Okay, so that's cool. That's actually like working. All right, so yeah, if you guys want to connect, just like LinkedIn. That seems what everyone's doing so far. SaaS Planet. Did you hear about the? Don't you do it too? That's so annoying to be like, hey, did you see? And then just leave the chat. Like you're one of those guys. That's your pickup game. You're like you go to the bar and you're like, hey, I have to tell you something. This is the craziest thing. I hold on. I gotta go to the bathroom, and then you never come back. And then until she sees you later, then you're like, oh hey, and she's like, what was that about? And you're like, I'm a psychopath. That's what that was about. Um, it's like I'm actually crazy. Warren, if you don't say what you saw, you might be banned. Is this my first banning? No, I'm not gonna ban you. Well, unless it's like weird. I know Warren's dead. Warren, are you okay? I think Warren's dead. Warren, you come in the chat. You're like, hey, did you see? Are you a bot? Are you a bot that like another coding streamer made to get in my chat? I should do that live. I should make a like bots that raid streams live and we could just raid streams with like crazy bots. That wouldn't be hard. We've done way more complicated stuff on these streams than that. That's like easy. That's just a scraper. And like I guess generating users is no. Warren, you just said no after all that? Warren, I think you're manipulating me right now. After all that, all you have to say well yeah, Warren, what explain yourself. You're like, did you see? And then you say no. I said a ton of stuff. Is this a Zoomer thing? Is this like a weird communication thing? Which one? Um, which one? What do you mean, which one? LinkedIn. Just connect with me on LinkedIn. I have the link in the description if you wanna connect, or the Discord, Okay, you're typing a link. Okay. Which one is okay for a small LLM project? Prompt tuning or fine? Uh, it's complicated. Hey, Cookie, what's up? We're having fun. We're roasting Warren for being very mysterious in the chat, and so far it's going well. So this is how it works. We're so you can do the Nike website. I don't know what that means. Um, I don't know. Are you a troll? Okay, so the I'm just I like playing with people. Okay, but so what we're doing is we're making a we're generating fake news articles by we're scraping a current news site and all the articles they have. We're getting the text content and we're generating a fake news description like company description and news and fake journalist names uh, and and uh, and and then type robots. Okay, I think Warren, I think you're a bot, but like, but but so we're creating fake journalist personas, and with those personas, we're gonna rewrite the article with the persona and having the LLM assume the persona to rewrite the article. All that's written. We just have to. He's trying to tell you a link without typing the link. No, no. Oh, okay, Warren. Just post in the Discord. Just post in the Discord. The you, I can't. This very cool. Are the personas going to persist for multiple articles? Yeah. So it'll be every single. We're storing all those locally, and then we're gonna. Yeah. Warren, just post in the. Hold on a second. I'll see it on the Discord. Post in general, and then I'll be able to see it on there. Yeah, we're gonna. So the art. So we're actually gonna persist like pretty much everything because I want to try, hopefully on this stream to actually make a front end for it. If not, fine. Let's see. I see you just joined. I see you just joined. But yeah, I think that should be interesting. Oh wait, we got an error, didn't we? Oh no, we have to tell the journalist persona like create a new name, create a random American sounding name. Just so I want it to be like I want it to because it did Jane Smith every time. So it'll just be like a random American sounding name for this journalist. It did it though. I mean, it did like or feedback. Yeah, it's like don't reply any explanations or feedback. All right, so let's go and rerun the server. See Nike robots text. What about it? They have a little swoosh at the bottom. Yeah, what about the robots text, Warren? Yeah, yeah. What about it? All right, let's try this again. Let's try this again. What else did I need to do? No. I think we're good. I think we're good. Yeah, I'm on the robots text. Is there something interesting here? Maybe I shouldn't. I shouldn't like just do what the chat says. Maybe I. Warren, what's interesting about the? Uh, or leaving me hanging again? Oh, it just says just crawl it at the. Oh my god! That's what this is about? This Warren, this whole time, This whole thing is just because at the top of Nike they say just crawl it on the robot's text. Yeah, I feel like this could have been like a very brief sentence. I like I like that. That's really funny that you got me to do that though. Like that is pretty funny. I'll be honest. All right. So, oh, this isn't loading the JSON file. Oh, because this is okay, I see. Let's run this again. Yeah, it took a really long time. That was pretty funny. It's pretty funny. It's like kind of funny. Like it's like almost funny. Yeah, just crawl it. That's how'd you know that too? Like I don't even how'd you find that out? All right, cool. We're generating the personas. All right, so Alex Chen. This is our Elon Musk loving politically center. At Musk Media Network, we pride ourselves on our unwavering commitment to objective fact-based reporting. Our team of experienced journalists and editors work tirelessly to bring up the latest news and analysis from around the world with a special focus on innovation and technology driving the future. As a politically centered news, I'm not reading all that. Uh, as a nod to our founder and visionary leader, Elon Musk, they're claiming Elon Musk founded them. Okay, so this is a journalist for this company, Alex Chen. Alex is a determined and ambitious journalist who is passionate about uncovering the truth and holding those in power accountable. She, oh, okay, is fiercely independent and has a strong sense of integrity, which has earned her respect of her colleagues and the trust, despite her tough exterior. So it's talking about her personality. Alex has a soft spot for underdogs and is particularly okay. All right, and then Alex was drawn to Musk, and she admires the network's founder Elon Musk for his innovative. It's so funny. Nice. It's getting random names now. Sarah Johnson. It's all women. Is it? Yeah. The next one's Jade Smith. Huh. Yeah. We only did 3 this time. That's so funny. It's Llama. It's Llama. What's your peak viewer? I have no idea. It was mildly amusing, and I stress the mildly. I don't know I have no idea. Do you mean like concurrently? Only proves that we talk and listen on 3 different levels, and the combos of which creates discord. And yeah, it's true. So much is missing in text. So much is missing. I have no idea. This is also so new. Like I'm not even on my second month of this. Or no, I'm on the second month. It's been 5 weeks. Or no, it's been 6 weeks. Almost 7. Um so I don't like I'm like figuring it out. I think I need to figure out those analytics. Let's see. I need to get like an analytics guy. I feel like I already have a clips guy with Sai who's crushing. Sai, are you still here? Sai's making clips. If anyone wants to make clips too, that's great. But Sai's like making like awesome clips. Why did you start? I think it'll grow the channel a lot. Oh, thanks, Cookie. Cookie, your energy is great. Um, Warren, why did you start streaming? Well, so I could get weird jokes, so I could learn about Nike.com. No, because I was just like, it's fun. I think it's cool, like just like building in public, and I think a lot of people don't. Because you know what? This past year, I I've been like mentoring a lot and coding with people. Yeah, there's a Twitch. Check out. It's in the description. Yeah, yeah. Follow on Twitch if you prefer Twitch for anybody. Next 2020. No, we can't get in that. Dude, I'm trying to on the Discord we can get into that. Probably Kanye. Um, but yeah, so yeah, I really need to just like get on like Rumble. I have a Rumble, but it's like not it doesn't like sync properly. But yeah, this past year I started mentoring people and I realized, oh, like yeah, Cookie would be a good president. Your energy is incredible, Cookie. So the you're a fire rod or you're a lightning rod, not a fire rod. That sounds wrong. But I started realizing, oh, people kind of like seeing someone or not even that. Like I think like seeing someone like who knows how to code is very valuable, and it was very valuable to me. Like when you're just, and also I like the culture of like let's just build it. Like who cares? I feel like everyone's like so careery about things. I learned this stuff when I was like 12, like when I was like a kid. Say Drake, and I was like this stuff like saved my life. Like building, like being able to build stuff was incredible for me. And I feel like uh everyone's like, oh, it's like I gotta grind lead code. It's like you're a dork. Like you're gonna complain about problem solving. Like, you suck. Like I like this stuff is like I'm trying to get to Hacker Valhalla here. You see, I got different goals. All right, it didn't load the JSON. Did your parents do software? Yeah, actually, yeah. Well, not like programming, but they were in IT or are or were kind of self-taught. And so there was, I mean, they didn't teach me, but there were books around the house. Um, like there was this Python reference book, and I was like studying that. Well, I wanted to be like a hacker. I was like a little like I was like a dark kind of kid when I was really, I was like I would I won't even fully say. I would like try to mess sites up a lot. I was like a that's but that is how I got into this type of thing, and I thought that was like the coolest thing ever. But now I do it for good. Um don't do anything illegal. Illegal things are bad to do. I'm self-taught. Hardest part is figuring out the industry secrets. Self-taught. Yeah, a lot of people aren't self-taught, and I feel like the best. It's actually nice that a lot of people are because it's like you want to have like a good structure of people learning things. Like, I mean, you should always be self-taught with everything in your life to some extent, but it is good some people do university, but because like it's good to have a community, but it's super expensive, and I feel like a lot of people they get grinded out and they lose their passion because they're like learning like all this BS for like 4 years. That's why I'm like build what you want and like whatever inspires you, just build it. Like don't be a little I can't like YouTube censoring. I think it's important to learn how to work with the team. It is definitely. Yeah, get a job as fast as you can. Be around people that are better than you. That helped me a ton. The more I was able to just like talk to real engineers, that helped me a ton. I know, Warren. I do need to use better thumbnails. Can you be my thumbnail guy? I'm new at this. I'm figuring it out. So I'm on my sixth or seventh week right here. No, I know. No, yeah. I need to figure out. I need to get like thumbnail software or something. Yeah, I need to get like a. I need to get a thumbnail guy because I don't feel like doing that. I'll do it, I guess. But I already got clips, people. Exactly. You can learn a lot from others. Yeah, and also the more you're around people that you respect, the more you get to gain discipline over like self correction. You can make a mock interview tutorial. Yeah, interesting. Yeah. I actually in my mentoring, I do some mock interviews. That seems to help some people. Yeah, I should do that. Yeah, let me think. I got to figure out a format for that. Figure out a good format for that. All right. So why couldn't this? Oh, it didn't actually. It couldn't decode the rewritten article. It didn't get the rewritten article. So this is the previous article. Oh, you know what? The back end broke. That's what happened. Yep. Key, because I'm not passing up the persona, because that's the thing I forgot. Okay, so we got to go send up the persona. And then we'll have to get let's just get a random persona. Journalist personas. And let's do, yeah, what's the, I've been doing so much JavaScript, I forgot the, forgot this setup. Oh, wait, it's not, it's Rand, right? Whatever. I could do, you can make, oh, dude, Insider Entertainment, are you actually like legit? You could do thumbnails? Like for real? Oh, yeah, it's random choice. Totally forgot. Dude, can you join the Discord and hit me up on there if you're actually down for that? Because I definitely need thumbnails. I like butchered. Well, it's okay. Like it didn't. The one I made for my most recent clip, it boosted the impressions, but like it's not high quality though. So let's see. Sona. Let's do random choice. Nice. And then let's run this again. All right. Yeah, I definitely need some like thumbnails. Um, for the clips, I mean, for the streams, it doesn't really matter. I don't think, but for clips, for sure. Yeah, like I feel like this because the streams I think are just it randomly recommended. Really, you were watching my LLM stuff. Which video? It's cool that they recommended it. That's cool. I can tell they're super random how they recommend. They'll like just recommend a video a ton, and then they'll just like not for another, and they'll have the same impression. I know they care about politics, but like I don't think it's that big of a deal. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, yeah. Let me know, dude. That'd be cool. Let's see. Elon Musk News Network, EMNN. The fine tuning Llama 2, Q Laura. Nice. Oh, 900. Nice. Yeah, Sai. Yeah, the web scraping. You like well, we're web scraping today, Sai. Sai, you moved chats. You moved around chat. You were in the Twitch chat. You're just moving around chats now. 900 subs. Nice. Nice. We got to get that to 1,000 subs. Share with your friend. If you feel like you have a community that would like this, I would be very grateful if you share it. Very grateful if you share it. All right, let's get the persona. So we generated Elon Musk News Network. We're going to use that description to generate a journalist persona. We're going to generate the journalist persona. Oh, we got it messed up. Let's see if it actually generated the persona. Yeah, it did generate the persona, but it did this. So sometimes Llama 2 does this extra space thing. So we got to post process that. This is actually a really good Persona thing. It's actually really good at this type of thing. I am a one man community. Thanks, Malik. But that's okay. That's okay. Um, all right, cool. Persona 2 looks good. Yeah, we got to make sure at the very least to get rid of any double spaces. So condense all the space, which you can do with the regex. And it's creating Persona 3. I wonder why it gets into. We can just say whenever it generates four spaces, just cancel. Forgot if Hugging Face makes that easy. Yeah, because these are taking super long. Hold on a sec. Let me condense spaces. Regex, condense spaces. Are you in CA? No, no. It's I'm in Jersey, East Coast. All right. What do white space get? How do I? No, that's not. This is generic regex. So remove spaces. Yeah, this is what I want. This is what I want. Oh no. Condense spaces to single space. This Brave search isn't doing it. Why Brave, not Chrome? Um, I like Brave so far. It's been very memory efficient. Oh yeah, I forgot I can just do that. I can just. It's so funny. It's so simple. It's so simple. Yeah, let's do that on the persona. Uh, where does it add the persona? Persona. So, yeah, let's just condense the spaces on that just in case, because some of that is getting a little messed up. Yeah, like this one. Look at all that white space. That's so bad. Did you see Google AI search? I actually haven't messed around with it. Is it worth it? Is that worth it? Because if that's worth it, that's kind of cool. Like I'm like anti obviously of the big tech, but at the same time, Brave, make your search better. Bard, yeah, I know Bard. I don't really use any of them just because like I never. Typically, when I'm coding, I just don't value bootstrapping a lot, and there's not a lot that I need to ask it for. Um, and for other stuff, like getting something that's like super generic is like, and I mean generic as in it's like you're just asking like an NPC stuff, and it's like, okay, do you think the most future companies will use the APIs of the LLMs from bigger companies? Wait, someone had a question about before I answer that. I totally missed. Was it Warren? You someone had a question about no, it was Insider Entertainment. Which one is okay for a small LM project? Super important question. So which one is okay for a small LLM project, prompt tuning or fine tuning? So it's it's not so much. So the question is like I'm not getting at you here, but the question's wrong because it's not so much a which one because the size for these each of these doesn't matter because you could prompt tuning could be efficient for you. Like if we're looking at the time complexity or space complexity in this case of whatever you're doing, it may be that it's actually better for you to use GPT-4 and prompt tune for that rather than fine tuning your own Llama 2 model for something like that. Like if you have like a pipeline where you're just like generating like before you deploy your server, you look at all your unit tests and you label them or something. Just made that up. like think about it. You're going to deploy once a day or something. That's not going to be very that's not going to be a cost issue just using GPT-4. That's a small LLM project. But I think if you have something that's behind a API that has to generate something, that you have a front end user, a consumer that has to click a button and then that hits an API, and you're using GPT-4 to do that generative work, you're going to be spending a ton of money if you want to hit scale. And you're going to be depending on an API that is going to get really expensive. It already is. So that's where I do highly suggest fine tuning, because you'd be surprised if you have quality data set. That's why I'm showing how to web scrape, because if you get a quality data set that's literally what you want, and you know how to clean the data and prune it and everything, and you can, and this is why I learned PyTorch, and learn how to use data set class and data loader class and all those things, because you can learn how to build your data set, how to set up batches, do all the things you want to do, and I have the fine tuning videos. I have explain all this stuff, and you'll be able to fine tune like a model that's super cheap that you can run on your local computer, or you can just run on a single GPU now. Does that make sense? So it's not so much like which one; it's just like really think about whether you want to play the game of just like messing around with a prompt for an API you don't control, versus just like spending a day learning how to do fine tuning and then setting up something locally. Use Llama CPP, figure out some way to fine tune the model to be, and then you'll also learn how to like fine tune. You'll learn about how train loss works. You'll learn about all the hyper parameters, and you'll be able to at any moment have another tool set. But yeah, so do you think most future companies will just use the APIs of the LLMs for bigger companies? Yeah. That being said, yeah, to what Warren said. Because, so that being said, so here's one thing that happens in the tech industry. And I learned this really like young, probably like when I was first at the Times, and I was probably like 19 or yeah. And I remember we had a ton of meetings with Google about, well, maybe I shouldn't talk about this, but it's not a big deal, but it was just like every company has these. It's just like something where they're just like, hey, yeah, no, every company has this. This isn't a big deal, but it's just like they just like analyze the site's performance and just give us information about the performance. Um, but like that, think about that example of something that's so minor like website performance, utilizing their tools for look at, which is public, for looking at website performance, and think about that, and think about the hierarchy of these big tech companies: Google, Meta, a huge one, Netflix. Every tool they build and everything they build is revered, and it goes down the chain. So the smaller companies, all the big small companies like a New York Times or whatever, it's not small, but I'm saying in the hierarchy of tech, it's like it's a big tech company. It's not Google, right? They all utilize the greater tooling. So when it comes to, back to your question of what you're saying, when it comes to whether these future companies will use APIs for LLMs, yeah, they'll use private APIs if they aren't already. I'm not at one of those companies right now, but they will absolutely have better APIs than you have, because that's how they'll make money, and or that's how the big companies with LLMs will make money. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The New York Times. I'm not like a fan, by the way, of them. I just worked there when I was like a teenager, and 20, as a software developer. But yeah, like it was yeah, like all these companies, they always fall in line to the technology of the bigger company. So if you want to see, if you really want to like in your, I don't know why Netflix is always included. So the no, they absolutely innovate. No, no, read Netflix. The especially the Node.js server infrastructure of being able to deal with like a lot of requests, and also being able to analyze servers for Node. They create a ton of tooling. Look at their GitHub. Oh, if you want to look at the most influential tech companies when it comes to the engineering, always look at their GitHub and see how many stars their big projects have. The linting you use is most likely based off of, for JavaScript, is most likely heavily influenced off of Airbnb's linting. Like all these, the past 10 years or whatever, all these big companies have just been building. Meta is huge, React, right? They've been building technology that has been slowly adopted by everybody. Yeah, like and this slow adoption, well, since I've worked with Spring a lot, they're heavily focused on that for their microservice architecture, but I didn't know about Node, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know about what they do with Spring, but I just remember people always reference Netflix and how they deal with streaming, and they always, I feel like everyone just does what Netflix does. And maybe it's fair to say maybe they're not technically doing good, but I'd say they are. I'm not saying good like they're doing good, but I mean, like, their company isn't, but I mean their engineering has been, it's been innovating. Um, what does your my so right now I'm setting up a startup where we do an AI search, a question answer search for construction manuals, which so it's pretty much, it's very simple MVP right now, but it's getting used, which is cool, and we're getting good retention. So it's like electricians for now. Um, there's this code book that they use, and we have a AI search for that, and we're validating that so we can like use it in different disciplines and just grow the. And I'm applying a lot of the knowledge that I have here, or been learning this past year, learning all this stuff to that, um, because for instance, it's like I'll see like so many contradictions in the media where it's like, for the GPT thing, it's, or the GPT-4 being expensive thing. It's like I could have just wired this up to GPT-4, but I did my research first, and I'm like, oh wait, I could just, one, like, this can be a vector DB, and it actually it's better. Two, it could be extractive. Three, I can build it my own, so I can just like figure out how to make it efficient. It's like thinking about those concepts, and also for Discord, you should add the YouTube bot, which will auto post. Dude, why didn't haven't I done that? Oh my god. Oh man, I need like someone that can just manage all this. Dude, I need a YouTube bot that just adds all the dis. Let me make a note of that. Thank you. Thank you. I need to add, how do I like even make notes? Oh my god. YouTube bot, Discord. I also need a bot to say like when you let's see, GTU. Well, real quick, I need a Discord bot to introduce people, but GGUF for V2 adds support for 64-bit size. Do we need to quantify it to 32-bit if I'm running it in Colab? What's GGUF V2? What is that? Wait, did this break again? But wait, what is Oh, I never fixed it. But what is GG? Oh no, I did fix it. Dude, I'm like all over the place. What is this? How do I know? How did I not know about this? Oh, like GGML. Okay. I don't know what is. Can you describe what GGUF is? Okay. So let's go. Yeah, we need to stop the server because this broke. Oh, it's gonna. Yeah, the we gotta, what we gotta do, because it's gonna be larger than the maximum length. We gotta shorten the article. It's fine. It's actually fine. All right, so no, we fixed it because yeah, because I set the oh yeah. Sometimes the ngrok breaks. Ngrok just creates tunnels so you can have little public URLs for your servers. HTTP. Let's see. Yeah, but what is GGUF? All right, so generate this again. Do I want to do this whole thing again? Yeah, it's fine. I'm already loading this up locally, right? It's not saved locally. Why is it not saving locally? What? Hold on a sec. Hmm. Local save is true. How much is it costing you? Or is it's not really costing me anything. I'm trying to also see how little money I can put into it and how much I can get out. It's not costing me a lot. I mean, the server's probably like 30 a month. What's up, schemers? Hey, what's up? On your go to developer stack for 20, your talk about web 123 was really interesting. Thanks. Yeah, yeah. So that's a really important right now. If you're an indie dev and you want to build stuff and have your own start a company and try to like build cool stuff, understanding the progression from web 1 to web 2 to web 3 is super. This Yeah, Schemeology himself is here. Hey, Schemeology. If you guys don't know, Schemeology is a podcast. My buddy Jack and I. This is Jack, obviously, because I don't think someone hacked the account. We post on it's every Friday. So yeah, so the web 1, 2, 3. Yeah, just look at that video. I talk through the phases. Have you tried the free GPT API account? See how much you can use before hitting $5? No, I haven't. I haven't. That'd be interesting. That'd be interesting. I want to see how. I'm pretty sure it would be 2 minute too much. Yeah, yeah. I want to see how much it would be. Last time I messed around, it was like, yeah, yeah. Let me try that out. Schemeology himself. Yeah, what's up, schemers? Oh yeah, so like if you want to learn about yeah, I highly suggest understanding what phase of the web we're in right now. And you have to look at the web 1 generation and the web 2 generation. It's peanuts. Oh yeah. Nice. That's cool. That's cool. Um let's see. But yeah, you should definitely look into that. Let's see. So interesting. What's this error right here? Oh no, that's the old error. Okay. Do you sleep ever? Your streams are so long. No, no, I sleep, dude. I sleep like 8+ hours because I work out a lot, and when you work out a lot, you have to sleep. It's present there in Llama CVP. That's I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Have you found use with the 64-bit size? Let's see. No, I wake up, I work out, I code, I build, do business stuff. It's like, what does that mean? As a kid, you're like, oh, business stuff. As an adult, you're like, business stuff. Life's simple. Complicated too much. Okay, so we're getting this, we're reducing that. Cost you nothing. Good test to get a feel for how much data you're getting for five. I bet you get 100 plus hours. Wow. You think? I'm omnipresent. Yeah, I think Schemeology. I think Schemeology is. By the way, subscribe to Schemeology because we're gonna post funny clips there. But do what you want. You don't have to do that. You can do whatever you want. It's a free will round. I'm like talking to you like a child. Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want, Seth. Okay, so why is this not loading? So it's loading the content. It's getting the original articles. Oh, it's not saving the original articles. Oh, because I'm saving the wrong variable here. What a dunce. What a dolt. What a fool. Okay, let's run this again. See if we can generate our fake news uh, array of articles. Schemeology, if you want to hear, so what we're actually doing, Schemeology. What we're actually doing, I worship the scheme now. No, only God the Most High. 30, no, not 30 grand a month, $30. I'm not spending, I'm spending $30 a month on a server. 30 grand? Gotta be kidding me. So, what was I just talking about? All right, so yeah, so what we're doing is we're generating a fake news company and based on a bias, and this bias is politically center and it loves Elon Musk. And this is the news company, Elon Musk Visionary News Network, EVNN, EMVNN, but whatever. EVNN is a politically centered news organization that champions innovation and progress. Based on Silicon Valley, that's nice. EVNN workplace environment is a hub of creativity and entrepreneurship with a focus on sustainability and technological advancement. As a tribute to their fearless leader, Elon Musk. So they're just saying he's leading. EVNN strives to bring a unique perspective to news, focusing on the intersection of technology and politics. Their journalists are known for their in-depth reporting and unbiased coverage of the whatever. And then so I'm creating journalist personas based on that description. And these are the people that are going to rewrite the article. So I'm taking all the articles off of, for now, BBC, but it can be anything, scraping those articles, and then we're rewriting it with these personas. So here we have Jane Thompson, a determined and ambitious journalist working for Elon Musk's visionary news network. Jane is a 30-year-old native. They're all 30-year-old women. Like that's all the people that are generated here. Assuming white, Jane Thompson. It's okay. I'm not, I'm just saying it's an odd. I mean, I guess the AI intuitively is like every journalist is a white woman. All right, so post on X about what? I think Colab only supports. Yeah, it only supports 32-bit. Yeah, post what on X? For, Warren, sometimes you're like super mysterious with you. You come in, you're like, hey, like, did you see? And then you don't say it. No, I get it. The link didn't work. Got an idea. You can make a startup blog, a day in the life of startup founder. Ugh, I almost vomited hearing that. This project. Oh yeah, true. Um, I should post this project. Schemeology. Warren, you're almost in a timeout. Schemeology, can we get some YouTube shorts? Yeah. We already posted it wasn't a short though. Posted a clip. Sorry, by the way, the clips very good. Very good. Insider said that he can do some. Well, I'm not gonna put him on that, but he mentioned maybe he could do some thumbnails. I'm not gonna put that on you, Insider. It's all up to you. Okay, so we have these personas. Alex Chen. It always says Alex Chen and Jane Thompson and Jane Smith. Every like what? All right, so the this is the original article. Oh, it generated a new article. Nice. All right, this is so bad. This is this is the real article. Um, it's about the hurricane that's currently happening in Florida, and it's just about the hurricane. Okay, this is the rewritten article as I think as Jane, as one of the Janes that we invented with our LLM. As a journalist for Visionary News Network, I've been following the devastating effects of Hurricane Idalia as it barrels through Florida and Georgia. The storm has already caused 2 deaths, and wow, this is like not even funny. Um, wait, I just want to see, does it actually? As a determined and ambitious journalist, I know that it is my duty to the report. It is pretending to be like the ambitious girl that we passed in. As the wow, that's so funny. Okay, here we have. This is so funny. Um, are you using AWS for what? Oh, for the no, I'm using a Railway, which is a mistake. It's too much money. Like we're doing per search, and we're getting a decent amount of searches now because there's like a lot of guys coming back. Not a lot, but like it's about we're getting about 10% retention, which is pretty good. From like the first search. Oh my god. I just realized I'm not checking. I'm only checking retention on the but from the people that searched, we're getting 10% of the people coming back within a week or within the next few days or something. Did you think Humane's product will work? But the reason why I said that is because each search is a certain amount of like takes a certain amount of time um, for each search. Not time, memory. Now my brain's getting fuzzy. Okay. Do you think Humane's product? What is Humane's product? I don't know what that is. Okay, this is the previous article. McConnell freezes during press event for second time in just over a month. Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell appeared to freeze while speaking to reporters at a press conference in Covington. The 81-year-old paused. Whatever. It's about Mitch McConnell. Okay. This is the rewritten article from Jane Smith. Media caption. Oh, this is the same thing. Hold on a second. Mitch McConnell freezes during the press event for the second time over a month. Senate Republican leader. Is this the same thing? Hold on a second. Senate appeared to freeze. Leader appeared to freeze while speaking at a press conference in Covington, whether he would run for re-election. Attempted to prompt, but it took several seconds for he then answered 2 more questions. Is this the same thing? Joe Biden. I think for this article, it did the same thing. Or it's not the same exact thing, but it didn't like. I like that the first article was like, I'm an ambitious, like it actually used the personality in the first one. This one, not so much. All right, this article is Jen Noema was carried triumphantly through the streets of the capital, Libreville. Can't read by his troops, army. The spaces. I got to get rid of that. By his troops, army officers who seized power in a coup in Gabon on Wednesday have named General Bryce Nguema as the West African. Okay, it's about like something happening in West Africa about a coup. Nice. Here we go. Okay, as a determined and ambitious journalist working for Elon Musk's visionary news network, I, Jane Thompson, have been following the latest developments in Gabon closely. The coup that took place in the West African state on Wednesday has sent shockwaves across the region. I love it. It's so like this is how Jane Thompson would write about this. Um, and I must say, it's a fascinating story. General Bryce Oligui Nguema, the former head of the Presidential Guard, has been named the transitional leader of Gabon after the coup. This move, okay, now she's just saying what happened. As a journalist, I must commend the army officers for their swift action in naming a leader. Like, what does she mean as a journalist? Like, what does that even mean? Okay, so it's rewriting a ton of articles and it finished. So let's look at, yeah, and it saved him. Nice. So we got all our rewritten articles. Let's now generate a markdown file with all this stuff, or markdown files for all this stuff. Let's create a folder called markdown or articles, and let's loop. Hilarious. It actually like generated. Wow. All right, so a lot of these are written kind of well, better than I thought. Okay, so article. I keep doing of in articles, and the markdown is going to be so markdown. You probably know what it is. It's just a language for writing text, and we're gonna see if we can just pass this to some markdown. I want to see if at first I want to see if I can go generate a thingamajig, generate a new site. I want to try that. I want to try and see if I can actually generate a code base for a news site. And I actually want to see if that's possible. Like, I don't know. All right, so the markdown here is the title. So this is article title, and then the text. This isn't really that complicated. It's just text content. Yeah, it's not. It's very simple. Very simple. This is the only. We're just making a header right here. All right, so JSON. So with open, let's just call it enumerate this so we can get the index. And let's just articles slash, and then we'll say then we'll do underscore article dot md. We'll say daily article. So for your news site, you can generate these every day. Oh, we need to add the persona here. Yeah, we got to do that. And this is the writer. Oh, we got to get the name of everything. That's fine. Okay, so let's go. And so we open this. And as F, and then we say F dot write markdown. And honestly, and this time we can just write this. We can just run this. We don't have to run anything. And we could just say Jake looks like Jason Callan. Jake? What? Warren, are you in like multiple chats right now? That would make a ton of sense. That would make a ton of sense. Sorry, shorts require advanced resources that we haven't yet acquired. Yeah, we need those resources now. No, no, dude, Warren, what? Are you okay? AK, we suck at it. Yeah, we're not editors here. Sai knows how to edit though. He did this like fast forward thing. All right, generate markdown files. Then we write the markdown, and then we don't have to close the stream. Did you, Warren? Warren, you getting a little sassy there, Warren. Did you see? If you don't know the context, when Warren entered the chat, he literally just posted, "Did you see?" And then but he posted a link, and we just kept trying to get the link out of him. And then once he got the link, it was literally just then there's a mild joke, very mild joke on the robots file for Nike. All right, so let's run this. Let's see if we get our articles. Oh wait, is it the copied ones? Please tell me I'm looping through that. Yes. Okay, cool. Let's run this. It was not that funny. Yeah, it was a Rickroll for sure. It was way worse because Rickroll's like a real song. What if I was weirdly really into that song? And it was awkward. It was so awkward that no one wanted to bring it up. Did you see? Okay, well now you're overdoing it, Warren. You got to use it at a great time, which you did before it worked. No, you wouldn't love that. No, no. If it was I was so into the Rick Roll, I was so into the Rick Roll song that it was people were like, "Oh," and then everyone was really uncomfortable. And I was like, "This is the best song ever," but no one wanted to tell me. Nice. Okay. Okay. Nice. I mean, yeah, the spacing is a little off. It's because of the doc string. I don't need to do a doc string. I don't know why I'm doing a doc string. Okay. Let's just rerun this. Nice. Did what we wanted. So we have broken code. 1 second. Oh yeah, because I always forget because my highlighting is weird in this editor. Why are you using Sublime? Because I'm awesome. Are you Jake? Warren, do you mean Jack? When you say Jake? Jack, I think he's saying that you look like Jason Calacanis. You mean his name's Jack? Jason Calacanis? He does not. Don't look him up, Jack. You don't look like him. No, he does not look like that guy. What the? Warren, you're a weird man. If people I meet call me Jack, even dude literally is not. The guy's 50. Sorry, Jack. Weird. Weird's not a strong word. I'm weird. Warren, I'm super weird. Be proud that you're weird. Be proud. You're super weird though. Okay. Dude, I'm lit I've been coding for hours. I've been coding for a decade. Yeah, being normal sucks. What do you want to be NPC? Imagine if you were normal, like for a whole day. That would suck. All right, let's. All right, cool. So we have our articles. Wow, this is so funny. So it's like this is an article about coins and metal found in mysterious West Point time capsule in the 1820s, and we use our Alex Jen persona, which I kind of forgot what the persona was, but wow, what an incredible moment! I'm so thrilled to be here at West Point. It's like pretending it's there, and oh yeah, as a tech savvy, it's always like it's actually kind of dumb the AI because it's constantly reaffirming who it is. It's like, as a tech savvy journalist with a passion for innovation, I'm always on the lookout for exciting stories like this one. And let me tell you, this did not disappoint. When the lead box was open, this is actually written kind of cool. This is pretty cool, actually. And it's limiting it, like I said, don't make it long. And I said summarize it, which it's doing, which is great. Better be remembered than forgotten. All right, good night, folks. Warren, I'll try to forgive you getting out. Yeah, Jack, you don't look like that guy. No, Schemeology is Jack. That's like our, I guess, our clips channel now. That's such a random person too to think of. You're almost like Warren. You're a good person in the chat. You're like Luke. Where is Luke? Okay, so let's see. All right, so before I go, because I'm not. We're like we did a lot. We did a lot. I want to try generating. Do I have enough compute units? I don't. So actually, we're just gonna have our markdown files for now. May have to change this title from something else. We made the company, so we kind of did make a company. We just don't have a website yet. We have the back end. We have our newsroom. I'm gonna have to rename it to like making a fake newsroom for myself. Does that make sense? Um, he's in an Allen pod. What? Oh, he's an all in pod. Oh, okay. I don't listen to all in pod. Is that like Jason is the host of All In? Oh, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. Yeah. Okay. All right. This was funny. This was a fun stream. We have our newsroom. Um, we did pretty cool stuff here. Anyone have any questions about how anything was done or anything before I go? Let's see. I need to look up All In Pod, honestly. Front end. So I want to make like a website for this. We could do another stream for that. We should do another stream. This one isn't like it doesn't. This one doesn't matter. Like I feel like the AI agent ones were like really cool, and it's good that I spent the time on those. This is an AI agent too, but it's kind of a funny idea. It is good. Nice. All right. See you, Warren. Is oh wait, why did this like stopped? Weird. All right. See you. Have a good night.